Try that again. Squat. Stop in the dishwasher. Hang on. Dishwasher.
Get the dishwasher.
Oh, there we go. I'm still here. What's up, everybody?
Hey, guys.
Hi. It's 3 o'clock on Tuesday. Oh, shit. Here we go again. My bad. I watch here to make sure y'all can see me, and then I forget to turn the sound down, and then plays an ad. My bad.
Hi, Tammy.
Everyone's saying hi to Amy. Hi, guys.
Hi, Lauren.
Let's do some shout-outs, guys. Welcome to Real Talk with Trilogy Media. Yes, somebody is missing. We'll just address the elephant in the room right now.
Address the weasel in the room.
The weasel that's not in the room.
Yeah, right.
We miss him as much as you do. It's okay. It's going to be fine. Weasel is coming back, but for right now, my beautiful wife is filling his spot, and there's a chance we might still see him. We'll see what he's doing. It's the middle of the night where he is. I'm going to update you on all of that here today in this stream. Thank you guys for being here. We love you very much. Loretta Seitz, some shout-outs. Loretta Seitz, Makeup by Chelsea, Sherry Hayes, Marianne, Art White, Ernesto Diaz, Jack Karev, DMK Michelle, Matt Kylo, Bryn Lee, Michelle, Peter George, Lauren Claver, Melody, Ground Zero, Arid Man, Lady Bass Guitar Player, Ashley Murray, Next Lock, John Jenkins, Lori's here! Yay! Marie W, Steffi Pooh, Jimmy, 21 Jimmy. Holy shit!
What?
Matt! Dude! Oh my god, Matt.
It's been 1 minute.
It's been 1 minute. What? I called him earlier. That's who I called. I talked to Matt an hour ago.
Oh, jeez.
Matt. Holy crap, dude. Shit. Well, that's one way to start the stream. Wow, Matt. Holy crapola, Matt. Thank you very much. I talked to Matt earlier, just as the beginning of a lot of people we're going to be talking to, as this Kickstarter has now closed. And there's going to be a lot of people we're talking to. We have a lot of phone calls to make, a lot of videos to make, and this is just kind of the beginning of that sequence. And a lot of you we're going to be in touch with, so don't worry. Thank you for being patient with me. But I did talk to Matt today and was trying to communicate to him even more so, just now that I've had a minute to kind of calm my brain and reflect and kind of have a little bit of a breather from the craziness of last week. Just telling him how much he means to us, along with everybody that has pitched in, but how much he's made a significant difference in the trajectory of what we're doing, and has helped inspire others to do the same. And so, Matt, once again, you are a huge, amazing blessing to our life and our journey, and you're affecting a lot more people than just Art and I. You're affecting this one, you're affecting our squad, you're affecting everyone that's going to consume the content, everyone we're going to be able to provide jobs for. So much is going to be happening because of your generosity, along with everyone else's generosity throughout this process. So, Matt, again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for, once again, you've outdone yourself. And it's never expected, it's never mandatory, it's never anything like that, but you still continue to deliver well beyond what the call of duty. So thank you very much, Matt, very much. Guys, welcome to Real Talk. It's 3:02. A couple more super chats. I see JoJo's here, Lana Banana, Wendy Hammett, Bunyip's here, Margaret Wagner, Grant Rogers, Tim Graves. What's up, buddy? Cheryl Rafferty, Karen Moyer, DMK Michelle. I know, it's just amazing. Lori's going to bed. Aww. I'm sorry I put you to sleep. You know I love you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Lori.
She's done, right?
She's done.
So she's coming to visit soon, and she's finished. That's freaking amazing. Rebecca H., Renee, Verichka, It's Minnie Cookie, Susie Matson, Foxy Mangles here, Diviner Miss M's here, Kate is here. Hi, Kate. John Jenkins, Mehetab's here, Nick P., Christina Pedia, Matt Laporte says hi.
Art looks different today.
He does. He's a little shorter. That's all I noticed.
Just a tad.
Michelle Pepple, Trish Wish, Tammy M. Lori says, no, I'm working tomorrow.
I thought
she said
you'd be done by the time. Oh, you'd be done. Okay.
Maybe one more.
Okay.
Fallen Ghost, thank you. I might not be able to top. Matt's never expected to do that. Fallen Ghost, thank you for the super chat. But here's a little something to start with. Fallen Ghost, you mean the world to us. You've been very generous as well. Thank you so much. And Carl, what's up, beautiful couple? Just let us know when you want Juliana and I to chime in. You know how to reach us. We might be giving Carl a call later. So as you saw from the title of this stream, this is Real Talk. I'm going to explain in a minute. But we have a very specific topic that's very fitting for the two of us hosting this today. And we might call Carl because he's got some insight on this as well. A lot of insight on this, as a matter of fact. The time difference must have messed this up. I finished Wednesday night.
Oh,
okay. So
gotcha.
Another shift, right? One more shift.
Shift.
We love you. We can't wait. Makeup by Chelsea. This morning here in Australia, it was just on the news. A woman got scammed by a Facebook lottery scam, and she got all her money. God, I hate hearing that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Omatic Dreams here. What's up, Omatic? Another supporter of us, as well as Rosie. Thank you for being here, Omatic. Jack Kareb. So, let me check in. Yes. Oh, yeah, we didn't do the thing. I'm fucking this up. Yes, here we go. Ready? Afternoon. Good afternoon, America! Oh my God. First time I've ever done that without art. Makes me a little emotional.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I'm happy. I'm so happy you're here. Let's give a shout out to my beautiful future wife, Amy, for stepping up the call of action and filling Art's space while he is gone until Saturday afternoon. He will be back this weekend, just in time for the fan meetup, and we're going to talk about that as well. Lots to talk about today. Matt Laporte, BRB. See you in a minute, Matt. Thanks for being here. Grant Rogers, Katie H. We love you too. DMK, Karen Moyer. Yes, I've talked to Art, Christina Pedia. He's good. He's safe. He's doing stuff. He's taking care of family. Veronica! Gotta go to work, Ashton and Amy. Catch you later. Did you get my message on Patreon? I did, Veronica. I'm sorry. Still catching up. Thank you for your patience. Please stop stressing about it. Everything's good. I promise. It's going to be fine. Thank you for your concern, but everything's great. Everyone it's all going to be fine. I'll explain later, but you're good. Just breathe. Where is Kira? 21 Jimmy Jr. Kira's having a little lay down. We had a good time last night, but she's not feeling too good. So send her love and well wishes. Maybe she'll pop in and say hi before we're done, but if not, she's still here through Thursday, so you'll see her at some point. Maybe we'll do another After Dark tomorrow or something to make up for it. So, but yes. Guys, can we send a special thought to Heaven, who gained an angel this evening at work?
Lori.
I'm sorry to hear that, Lori. Yes, lots of positivity, prayers, thoughts, love coming at you and everyone else that is affected by that, and the person that lost their life. I'm sorry to hear that, Lori, but yes.
#nurses.
Nurses, you guys
Seriously.
are way braver than I'll ever be. So, Lori, thank you for sending that our way. Lauren Cliver, Marky Mark's here. Tammy, it's good to see you guys. So, a couple of announcements. I'll just start off this way. If anyone is new to watching this, or a first-time live streamer, or even a first-time Real Talk watcher, we do these every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Same good old Trilogy shenanigans you'd expect. We usually call scammers. We'll do so towards the end. We also call fans in this stream, so we're going to call a handful of you to say hi and how much we love you. And but we always have a topic of the week. And this week's topic is talking about long-distance relationships. And if you're wondering where Art is, this is not permanent. Of course, he's just gone for the week.
Don't worry.
He is in
I'll be
Belarus.
out of here.
No, it's not about that. We want you here
No,
every
I'm
stream.
joking.
This one's around a lot, and I love it. I want you even more. But yes, our Art is missed, and he will be back this weekend. He's just gone for the week. He's in Belarus visiting his mom for her birthday. And so send lots of love his way, and how much you guys love him, and safe travels on his way back overnight on Friday. So yes, Real Talk topics. It made sense that if it's her and I, that we would talk about long distance relationships, which is a little bit of a departure from what we normally talk about. A lot of the stuff we talk about is positivity. Fallen Ghost, thank you for your generosity. Thank you so much. We talk about positivity. We talk about careers, chasing your dreams, dealing with negativity, how to procure more positivity in your life, how to how to surround yourself with the right people, and we're by no means therapists, but we have an interesting trajectory of life where we're chasing a dream, and we have ups and we have downs, and we just like to share those experiences, and hopefully some people can benefit from it. And so today we're going to talk about long distance relationships, and I know this is a little bit different, but a lot of people have asked us to talk about relationships and dating in general. That has come up. People have requested that, so might be a good way to segue into this. For those that don't know, I am marrying this one in a few weeks. We started talking back in 2017, and we met because of the YouTube channel. As she was a fan to begin with and reached out to me, and we'll give you kind of a more detailed explanation of the timeline and what happened with that. But we were in a long-distance relationship for, in total, pushing 2 years. That's a good year and a half.
Yeah.
Where we were 5,000 miles apart. We were fortunate enough to see each other often, but we still lived apart. It's very difficult, but we made it through. We were patient. We got the right applications, the visas, everything. We did everything properly, and she's here now, safe and sound, and nothing but amazing, exciting things ahead of us, but it's all because we stuck it out and had the strength on both ends to endure the pain that it comes with this. So we're just going to tell our experience. Of course, happy to answer questions. We're open books for the most part, and we are here to just show and tell a little bit about our experience of what we dealt with, how hard it was, and whether or not it's possible. Clearly is. So that's why we're here. But a couple announcements to start us off before we get going. Let me first check in. How many people are here on a Tuesday afternoon with Trilogy? 164 people. Wow. That's amazing. That's
Marie
amazing.
says, I will never forget your face, Ashton, when we talked about Amy in New York.
Oh, I missed that, Marie. Yes.
I missed that.
Yeah, I'm sorry you weren't there. But you'll be at our next meetup, which we're going to cover in a second, which is this Saturday.
That's
West
true.
Coast meetup this Saturday.
So
We're
excited.
gonna do posts about that.
DMK Michelle. I saw it, I liked it, I wanted, I got it.
Not untrue. I mean, you're right.
No,
You're absolutely right. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
And it looks like you're drinking a Stella, but she's drinking an Angry Orchard. Ooh. And we were out of beers. I know it's not quite as beachy, but I'm having a little bit of Glenfiddich whiskey.
Good night, Lori. Have a good sleep. And we'll see you
We love you, and we'll see you very soon.
very, very soon.
Very soon. Couple announcements before we get into the topic. Sorry. I do. This is Real Talk, so I'm going to bounce around windows here, hanging out the Tiki Bar, where we're going to be our most honest, hang out with our fans. This is Real Talk. Welcome to Real Talk. Again, if anyone is new, if you do want to become a channel member, you can do so with the link in the description below or the pinned comment below. It's a few dollars a month and helps us keep the channel alive and well, keeps us cranking out videos, doing live streams very regularly, and you get all access to all kinds of bonus content, early access to our public videos, behind-the-scenes videos, vlogs, private live streams every month, all kinds of good stuff. So you can do so with that. Also, if you do want to super chat again, like Matt has so generously done, Fallen Ghost, a few of you have already super chatted, but everything that comes our way helps us to keep the channel alive, helps us to make our TV show more successful. Even though the Kickstarter's over, any contribution still helps us make it bigger and better. Anyone that does a $25 super chat, which I know, Matt, you've already blown that out of the water, so I'll do one for you when I know you said you'd be back. So when you come back, I'll play a super chat video TV for you. But super chat TV, I have some fun little dancing jib jab videos of Artissimo and myself that I've played over various streams, and we will play super chat TV as a thank you to anyone that does that, and of course helps us keep the channel alive there as well. Do have to thank our sponsors for Trilogy Media, the live stream, and Trilogy Media channel in general. First is RoboKiller. Please download RoboKiller. It's an amazing app. I use it on my personal phone. I'm not just doing that because they're sponsoring our channel. I really do use it on my personal phone. It's an app that blocks telemarketers and all the spam calls that come into your phone, blocks it from ringing, and it also records it while it wastes the scammer's time for you. It plays pre-recorded answer bots and records it so you can listen back and have some fun with it. And you'll actually find me and Artissimo in the app, because we create answer bots every month and send them into the app, and they put them up there. So there's dozens of Trilogy Media answer bots. So you can put Art and I in your phone right now by downloading it. Please use the link in the description so they know Trilogy Media sent you. Also, for Spoof Card, different app, but equally awesome. It's the app we use in every stream and every video to call scammers. And we can spoof our number into anything we want, make it look, not only protects our identity, but we can also use any number we want to call scammers and fool them into thinking that we are whoever we want them to think we are. So it's freaking awesome, and you can try it for free just for downloading it below. So click the link in the description below. Special thanks to RoboKiller Spoof Card for having Trilogy Media's back for a very long time, since pretty much the very beginning. They've had faith in us and been with us side by side, and we love them very much. Couple more updates. Today is Tuesday. We have a new video coming out this week, another collaboration video, perhaps. Rosie put one out on her channel just this morning, I believe. So there'll be another installment of that collab session coming this week. I'm thinking Thursday. I should have it up early for members either tonight or tomorrow, and it'll be public Thursday or sooner. So expect a collaboration with Rosie and Kit Boga coming this week. Very, very excited. Members will get that first. Patrons get that first. What else is coming up? Friday, game night. There was a little mix-up with Art's arrival time. I guess he looked at the ticket wrong, or something screwed him up with the time difference. We thought he was coming back Friday. He's actually coming back Saturday early afternoon. So what that means is he's going to miss game night on Friday. Verichka, thank you. All I have, you're a beautiful couple. Goals. Thank you, Verichka. This is Goals. I'm so freaking...
Yeah.
Amavera, yeah, she changed it. Verichka. Verichka Vera.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you for your super chat.
So sweet.
So game night will not be game night Friday, but it could be. We're looking for ideas. Amy and I will have the night, so we're open to what you guys want to see. We might maybe go out and do something, maybe go bowling, maybe play some games here. Don't know. We don't really have a plan yet, but we're open to ideas. So if anyone has any ideas and wants to have some fun with us Friday,
I do love the idea of bowling.
Of going bowling, we could live stream bowling.
I think that's really cool.
Have some kind of challenge for the loser.
I mean, I will be the loser. Probably.
Well, that's no fun if you already know you're going to lose.
I will try my best, though. I'll be really competitive. I will not want
she is competitive, and it's amazing. So
I can be when I want to be.
So we could always stream from the phone if we go out and do something. So anyway, Friday, be flexible with us on the time and the content. Diviner Miss M, thank you.
Aww.
That's so generous. Amy, you have shown that patience and persistence following the legal immigration process does work.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you're finally with your Princess and would love to see the Hot Dog Super Chat TV. For you, Diviner Miss M, coming right at you. And Art would kill me for doing this without him being here, but I'm going to do it anyway because we love our squad. Boom shakalaka. Thank you for the Super Chat.
Oh, so good.
Thank you very, very much, Diviner Miss M. I hope he chimes in right now. Because it's the middle of the night, but I hope he's like, hey, let's check into the stream. And he clicks, and it's this. And he's like, fucking Dexter.
He's here in spirit.
He is here in spirit. Fallen Ghost, thank you once again for the super chat. I'll do my best to support you guys when I can. Even just being here watching is support, so don't ever feel obligated. Fallen Ghost, thank you for being so generous with us. There is... I can't be serious when that's on.
It's so good.
Super Chat TV never gets old, is right. And it's a nice long one too. I love it. We should just see how many times we can play this in this stream, just to get back at him, or just to make fun of him while he's gone.
Yes.
And he asks, "Hey brother, how'd the stream go?" I'm like, "Did you watch it?" And I'm like, "No, go back and watch it. You'll love it." Thank you again, Diviner Miss M. Sarah, for
Oh,
that
was
generous
really sweet.
super chat. I love playing that one.
And Marky Mark is here.
Marky Mark's here, another Irish lad. Thank you for being here. What other
Yeah,
announcements?
if anyone's watching from Ireland, please comment.
Yeah, hashtag it or something. 'Cause
Write a green heart. Let me know.
that's her homeland, and
Yeah.
she's always missing it. So send her some love from Ireland or anywhere in Europe. So anyway, like I was saying, Friday, we'll see what happens. Be flexible with us on the time and the content, but we'll do something fun. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Send us ideas. If you're not in the Trilogy Media Squad Facebook page yet, go to it. Trilogy Media Squad is what it's called on Facebook. It's a private group, but if you just click into it and ask to be, the mods will add you. And that's where we talk about all the just get to know each other, and the squad is just the best family in the world, and that's where we all hang out. So go check that out. Northern Ireland, Eve Lee, that's awesome.
Yay. And Lily XO from the UK.
That's awesome.
Not from Ireland, sad face. Don't be sad.
Don't
The UK is great.
be sad. Michelle Pepple, yes, I got to visit for the first time after we.
48% Irish. That counts. Of course it counts.
That's a lot. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Was one of your parents Irish or grandparents?
That's Irish love from me. Grew up here, but mostly Irish. So there you go.
Ah.
Love it, Brian.
Liverpool. Oh, I want to go to
Oh,
Liverpool.
Andy Smith. Thanks, Andy. Brian May just shared the link to that Facebook group that I just mentioned a minute ago. So click into that, and that's the one there. Jillian Willow, grandparents, yes. Renee. Ashton, did you reach out to him, did you reach? Oh, we're gonna cover it. We'll tell the whole story.
Brian, the video you sent.
Brian, your video was
Oh
baller.
my god.
I'm sorry I didn't reply to it,
I
but
was
we watched.
howling with laughter. Like, you would have had me fooled.
And
If I hadn't known you already, I would have thought you were Irish.
You.
That accent was fantastic.
That's the best compliment you can
like,
get for an
seriously,
accent.
I was like, my mouth was open and you had me rolling. Like,
Hilarious.
I wanna watch it again.
We'll watch it again. Maybe we'll play it if he doesn't mind. I've been to Ireland, didn't see Amy.
Well,
Martin
it is
shares
just one place.
There are
so.
other people there. Brian, holy fucking shit.
Brian.
I love it, Brian.
Seriously.
Last announcement for now, and this is a big one, guys. We've been talking about a West Coast meetup for a while now, and we've had the date locked for a while. It's been June 27th, which is this Saturday. We've had that date on books for a while, but what we haven't had until recently is the actual time and place. And that time and place is going to be at Dave & Buster's in Culver City, California. So if anyone's local or can get local, come to it. It's going to be from 7 to 10 p.m. and likely later. We'll see where it goes. But we have an event room reserved from 7 to 10 p.m. Culver City, if anyone doesn't know SoCal, is very close to LAX. It's very close to Marina Del Rey. All those kind of West LA areas I was mentioning that there was possibility. It's all very central and close to that. It's just a couple miles inland, but it's right there. It's at a big shopping center called the Howard Hughes Center. There's a Dave & Buster's, which if you don't know what a Dave & Buster is, it is a family-friendly but awesome restaurant/bar/gigantic arcade. So there's games, there's lights, there's drinks, there's food, and there will be Trilogy there on Saturday night. And I don't want to say 100% sure, so I'm not going to say her name, but there's a very good chance that we'll have a special guest of another one of our collaborators there on Saturday night. So from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., come to Dave & Buster's. We have a whole room reserved, and we'll likely be either there or playing a game somewhere, but come say hi. If you don't know where to find the room, just check in with the front desk and tell them you're here for the Trilogy meetup, and they'll direct you exactly where to go. There will be appetizers there available as they last. Drinks are on you, but you can have, of course, as many as you want. It's just there to have a community, a place to hang out, and but we'll be providing some appetizers and, of course, some Trilogy laughs, lots of pictures. We'll have a TV in the room playing some of our favorite videos. She's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Artissimo's going to be there, and we already have some squad members booked flights to come. So a lot of familiar faces here. In these chats. Yes, 21 and over after 10. Brian, you're correct about that, although they did tell me that they're not so harsh on enforcing that when you're here part of a group party. So because we're there reserved as an event, they're not really going to hound us too much if anyone's under 21. Of course, you can't drink if you're under 21, but if you're there, they probably aren't going to kick you out if you're with our group. So please come by if you can. If it's a drive, I understand. If you can make it happen, that would be amazing. If you live close by and want to Uber just to be safe, that'd be great too. Highly suggest it. I realize that 99% of you can't come because you live too far away. But it's part of our mission to do a lot of these in the future. We've already done one. We did it in March in New York. And again, we only,
you haven't actually done a West Coast meetup.
No, and that's why we're doing it. So we're going to do a lot of them. They're going to be plopped all around the world in the years coming. The point is not to exclude anybody, but we just want to make them as often as we can manage with our schedule and resources right now. But it's time for West Coast. If you're here and you can make it, we'd love to have you. I'll post all the information about it as it gets a little closer to Saturday. But it's from 7 to 10 p.m. at Dave & Buster's in Culver City, California. Artissimo and I will be there, and we're going to have some games, some drinks. We're going to play in an arcade all night with you guys, and it's going to be freaking amazing. And of course, we're going to vlog and just have a good freaking time. Maybe we'll do some streams too. We'll just see what happens. But we love you. So please, for those wondering, mark that down. If you have any questions, come to the Trilogy Media Squad page, and we will address it there as quickly as possible. Please vlog the Weasel playing games. Rebecca, yes, that will happen for sure. It's going to be amazing. Someone posted that, like, I can't wait to see him play whack-a-mole. It's probably going to Hulk it.
Yeah. He'll probably break it.
Exactly. Lauren Clive, it's actually a great idea. Do a map poll of where everybody is. Yeah, it's just so spread out.
It's so widespread.
It's impossible to hit everyone at once, but we're making our way around. Bunyip, thank you. What is your preferred method for us to send you potential or known scammer phone numbers? Any way that you want. We typically kind of compile everything into a list if we're doing a video or something soon after that we can kind of refer back to. The squad page is good. Facebook Messenger is good. And you can always just email me. We have my email is ashton@trilogymediainc.com. Our general email is inquiries@trilogymediainc.com. And we have a specific email for like scam numbers, but also just scams in general for tips@trilogymediainc.com. So any of those will work. I'm usually the email guy, so I'm the one going through them and replying just because I'm the fast typer in the family. But sometimes I'm not able to reply right away, but I see everything and I do the best I can. So thank you for your patience. Scarlett asked if I can repeat what I said about the meetup. Yes, it's Saturday night, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. in Culver City, California at Dave & Buster's. It's called their Buster Lounge, but just ask the front desk where the Trilogy Media meetup is, and they'll direct you where to walk. It's just you walk in the front door, you keep to the right, and it's the first event room on the left. So yeah, that's it. That's the updates. We're here for Real Talk. How's your drink, anybody?
It's good.
Sorry I haven't given you much time to talk, but I needed to get the information out. Let's switch back to our menu. This here is Real Talk. Talking about long-distance relationships. The ups and downs involved, the struggles involved, the humor involved, and all in all, would we recommend it? Yeah, I don't even know where to start.
I know.
What I think we can do is give kind of a brief gloss over the timeline of what happened to us and how we dealt with it, and then share some funny quips involved, and then we'll open it up to questions. And if anyone and it can be about our experience, or if we have suggestions for you, if you have questions about your experience, and we also want to hear your story if you've been through it or you currently are going through it. Mm-hmm. We want to know about it. We're also probably going to give Carl a call if he's still here. I think he's still here towards the end because he's been through this exact thing, and he was actually very helpful because we were going through it as he was finishing it. So he gave us a lot of information. He was very nice and very generous and very forthcoming with information and details about what to expect, and it was extremely helpful. So, yes, Senator Stern's coming to the meetup. I'm so excited.
Oh,
guys, if you know you're coming, please tell me. You don't have to RSVP or anything, but it's just good to have an idea of who to expect, because a lot of you I know so well by your username, but I don't know your face. So I would love if you know you're coming. Even last night we did a quick stream. Italy boy, what's up, buddy? 927. You should do a meetup in the Midwest if you can. Yes. It's on the list, man. Midwest, Europe, Australia, Canada. It's everywhere. We're planning on doing it. So we're covering the States first and more to do there. But yes, Italy boy, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for doing that. So yeah, if you know you're coming, let me know. It's good. It's good. I'd like to know who to expect, and sometimes we get some unexpected ones too. Hell, Artissimo and I were in Vegas last Tuesday for Real Talk, and on a whim we did a stream at the Cosmopolitan, and two people showed up. So that was amazing. That just touches me. It's amazing that people do that. Irish Heart. Mine was a long distance relationship. We lived at least 5 miles apart, 3 blocks apart at one time.
Well, that's kind of interesting. How would you classify a long distance relationship? At what point is it not long distance? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kind of hard.
It is hard. I mean, I guess
because some people live 2 hours away. But
I bet you there are people that live in the same city that maybe see each other less than you and I saw each other living 5,000 miles apart. So I guess it's hard to say. I guess for me, when you can't decide that same day to go see that person on a quick drive across town. If they're in a different city and the distance keeps you from seeing them on a casual decision, I would classify that as long distance. Like if you were
in a way a normal couple would date. Like you can't just plan a date and say, hey, do you want to meet tonight or do you want to meet tomorrow?
Right. Even if you lived an hour away in Anaheim.
Right.
We could still say, hey, you want to go out tonight? Yeah, an hour's not a big deal.
Right.
We can meet halfway. You can come here. I can go there. Yeah, it's you're far away, but it's not a long distance relationship. I mean, and maybe I'm just jaded because my definition of a long distance is pretty far.
Right. Yeah.
But like if you lived in like Fresno, it's like 2 or 3 hours away. It's like, well, then you got to start planning for that. And so for me, that would be like a long distance, even though Fresno's not that far away.
It just depends.
I would have given anything for her to be in Fresno throughout this whole process.
Yeah, it depends. But like, if you can't make plans to see them in a day, then...
At the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is tough with time differences, Jillian. Yeah. So 8 hours apart is what we were.
Yeah, I was
for the whole
8
time.
hours ahead.
So here's the brief timeline of what happened. And I would love to hear your input on the beginning before I got the text and what you were going through for that. Because she started out as a fan of Trilogy Media. And crazy to me. But yeah, that's what happened. So September of 2017, it was actually September 15th, she texted me. It was actually an Instagram DM, but it was because of YouTube that she just used Instagram to get to me.
Yeah.
God, I want to read it so bad. I want to read it so bad. She texted me.
I'll give them the gist.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Miss Fabrienne's here. Hi, Miss Fabrienne.
Cheryl, if she lived in Fresno, she wouldn't have her cute accent.
100%. 100%. Gunslayer, what's up, buddy? Yep, she slid in those DMs on Matic Dream.
That's our joke now, that I slid in the DMs.
Totally. So that was September 15th. We talked, incessantly from there on out. In text. Once it started, it was daily. It was
right up to
daily.
Today.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But then, so September 15th was the first text. That was a Friday. The Monday, so the 18th, we did our first FaceTime. So we did our first Skype meeting face to face. 7 days after that, which would have been the 25th, right?
Yeah.
We booked flights to meet, which is fast.
Very, very fast.
And even scarier because it was both. We met in New York City. Neither of us had been to New York City. So for me, it was across the country. For her, it was a different country.
Oh, yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, Ireland is where I am from.
She grew up in the west of Ireland. I've lived here on the west coast my whole life. So we're very far away. So New York was the closest major halfway point we had. So we booked flights. So that was the 25th. So pretty much 10 days after the first text, we had flights booked to meet each other. But the trip wasn't until December 1st. So we had to wait from September 25th to December 1st to meet face to face. So it was our job between September September 15th essentially, to December 1st to essentially curate our relationship and get to know each other and figure out where this was going. This is personal, but I don't mind saying this. It was October 1st that I told her I loved her, which again is fast. But I knew, and I can actually share a personal reason why I did that. Not to get dark, but it to me it matters. I loved her before that. I loved her immediately. It's controversial if people believe in love at first sight. You know, people say, "Oh, well, if it's love at first sight, it's just lust." And
right.
I can't honestly say that. Oh, I loved her from the first moment she texted me, but it was immediate. I mean, right from us first talking, I already knew that I really liked her just talking to her in text. I knew on the first FaceTime that this was something was going to be really important to me.
Guys always know first.
Whatever.
That's right. I think that's true.
It might be true.
Usually.
Might be true.
Although I knew as well.
Yeah, so it was very quick. I knew it long before October 1st. But, not to get dark, but October 1st was the night of the Vegas shooting. And I'm not even going to talk about that because it's very depressing. But there was something about that being so close to home, and it upset me. It upset me a lot that happened. Of course, it upset everybody. But it kind of sparked something in my head that I hadn't thought about too much, which was like, it's just a reminder that tomorrow isn't promised to anybody. And it's terrifying. And to me at that moment, it was like, well, why the fuck wouldn't I tell her right now? Why would I wait? Like, what am I waiting for? I originally was going to wait until December 1st to tell her that. But it was October 1st, and I was just like, I might not be around in 2 months. I don't know what's going to happen. That's ridiculous. Like, so it was just something to where, like, you know what? I'm not going to wait. That's stupid to wait. If I fall on my face and it scares her, then so be it. But it would be horrible for me not to tell her how I feel. So I told her in a FaceTime, because we hadn't met yet. And she said it back. And that was crazy. That was crazy. So that was October 1st. I would say that we didn't actually consider this official until the October 15th, right? We had that discussion.
Yeah.
Because again, it was kind of like, well, can we really be boyfriend and girlfriend if I've never met him face to face? I think
that was me as well. That was me. My heart versus my head was in, a complete battle of like
logic versus feeling.
I knew I was in love with him too, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, but how can I have a boyfriend that I've never met?
It's crazy.
And am I being stupid by calling him my boyfriend? And then, just all these things are running
logically,
through your head.
it sounds crazy, and if you tell someone the story, it sounds ridiculous, but. Yeah, so the next couple of weeks were...
But at the same time, I didn't want to wait till December because you already felt like my boyfriend. And that's why I was like... I felt like I was crazy because I was like, I feel like he's my boyfriend.
Italy boy, God damn it, I'm crying now.
No.
Thank you for the super chat, Italy boy. Yeah, same thing. I mean, I think my feeling was stronger than my logic. The logic was like, yeah, you should meet her first before you go down this road.
Right, absolutely.
But it was like 70-30 for me. 70 was like, no, I love this girl. I don't care what definition. I don't care what people's definition of this is. I love this woman. I've talked to her enough now to know her just as well as just about anyone else in my life.
Yeah,
I want to call her.
Lauren is right. Love doesn't always make sense.
No, exactly.
Absolutely.
So it was October 15th that we had this conversation several times, but it was that day that we officially recognized each other as being boyfriend and girlfriend. So you could say that is our anniversary. So
that's what we consider.
That's what we consider our anniversary,
our official anniversary.
of being boyfriend and girlfriend. Mm-hmm. So then December 1st came, and this is one of probably the most heart-wrenching parts of the story, highs and lows.
Yeah.
But we spent we were both in New York for 5 days. So we had 5 days to spend, and we spent, the whole time with each other.
Figure out what this is and see how it felt in person.
We have, would you show it? Would you show the video of the airport? We didn't talk about that.
No.
You can't hear anything, so it doesn't really matter.
You can't hear, we are talking, but the camera's far enough away.
What I'm saying is I recorded the moment we met face to face on a GoPro. Which is kind of weird. I know that's weird on paper, but in 20 years, I'm going to be fucking glad I have that recording.
Well, I mean, now I'm glad we have it.
Yeah.
Because I watch it back sometimes.
Yeah, I watch it back sometimes.
Yeah.
That's up to you. No pressure. If you want to show it on camera, we can show it. If not, you don't have to.
I'm kind of 50-50 because I'm like, it's so, personal. It's such an amazing moment that it's like, I want to show to everyone, but then at the same time, it's very personal.
Such a personal thing,
and it's very, close in my heart.
Yes. Well, that's up to you. You can think. There's no pressure on that. I totally understand.
Yeah. Okay.
But essentially, so we met at JFK, and that's a whole story in itself about us trying to find each other at the terminal, and we could talk about that more later if anyone's curious. But we met at JFK, and we spent 5 days. It was Friday through a Wednesday. Michelle LeVar, my late fiance, proposed, and I accepted the first day we met.
Oh.
The soul knows. That's awesome, Michelle.
I'm sorry.
That's awesome. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm so glad you got to have that love and that experience.
Yeah.
That's so awesome to hear, though. I'm sorry, but that's now you have that, and that's if there's anything I take away from this entire stream, it's that I hope you take away from this entire stream, is there was a lot of fear involved with this entire process, every step of the way, and if I or her at any point had let that stand in our way of stepping forward to the next part, we would have both missed out on, I can say for myself, the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Same.
And it's scary and it's terrifying, and there's been endless tears and endless pain and endless terror. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. And if there's ever anything I am glad that I did, is that I took a risk on something that seemed very crazy. but I did it anyway. And so did she, especially for her. Especially for her. I mean, you know, you're a girl alone flying to a country that you've been to once before, to a city you've never been to before, in one of the biggest cities in the world, to come meet some guy you met on the internet.
I know.
That's crazy. If I were your dad, I would have been like, fuck no. But you're a grown woman, so you do whatever you want. But
right.
The thought of it was like, no, stop that shit.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that it worked out, but damn.
Well, not a lot of people in my life knew, like only a handful, and I kind of made a point not to say anything until we had met, you know, until after the trip.
But your immediate family knew you were going.
Yeah, like my immediate, but I'm saying like, you know, friends.
You didn't
like,
broadcast it to the world that
like,
much.
Not many people knew. I don't even think Kira knew.
Wow, that's right.
I don't think it was not many people I told, like my sister and my mom and my brother and my dad and maybe like a couple of other people.
Yeah.
But that was it.
So we spent 5 days, and it was, I mean, there's endless stories just of that trip, of everything that we did. And if you were watching in December, I think that was at a point we were still putting all the vlogs public.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
So there's actually a vlog, if any of you are curious. Mm-hmm. If you go back to December of 2017, we were posting all of our vlogs publicly. And there is one that's, I think it's called Biggest Vlog Ever or something.
Yeah, that's what it's called, as far as I know. Yeah.
Let me actually search it so I can show it. If anyone is curious, because now I want to watch that with a totally, now having this perspective,
right,
it makes this video mean so much more. Maybe it wasn't Biggest Vlog, maybe it was New York Vlog.
I think it was one big vlog, because I think Thanksgiving was in it too, from what I remember.
Oh man, I just want to show the thumbnail, because if anyone cares to go back and watch this, and it's not scammer related at all. God, where is it? Hang on. I can find it later. But God, we have so many videos.
Yeah.
It's incredible. No, that's not it.
It is biggest vlog ever, because I've watched it a few times.
It's yeah. Biggest
vlog.
Like, why can't I find it? Hang on a second, guys.
Oh, that's weird.
Why isn't it here? Well, here, I know how I can find it. Give them some shout outs for a second.
Yeah.
And I'll find it. I'm just going to scroll back on the channel.
Let's see who's here. Michelle. Hi.
Okay, that's
Lady
Christmas.
Bass Guitar, KJ,
Halloween.
Omatic Dream, Schuster Girl, Chandler Burks, Carolyn, hi.
Biggest vlog yet. Okay, so it's right here.
Hey Foxy, Susie.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it's right here. It says it's from a year ago, so I'm going to show this on my phone. So that one in the center that says biggest vlog yet.
Yeah, that's it.
And the title is Big Bazooka Vlog, New York, Boise, Thanksgiving, and beyond.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
So that's a long vlog. It's like a half an hour. But a lot of the footage is her and I in New York from that trip. So at the time, it was kind of just like, it's another vlog, you know, it's like a big deal in my life. But now that we look back at that vlog, that's like, damn, that's all the footage captured from the first 5 days we ever met each other in person.
Yeah.
So if anyone cares, most of you probably won't, but if you want to go back and watch that vlog, all the footage of her and I in New York, it's this trip I'm talking about, from December 1st through 5th. It's the first time we ever met each other. But what wasn't in that vlog was a lot of the personal stuff and a lot of the emotion that came into play at the end of this trip. Because it was, I'd still say the day we met and maybe the days that followed were the best day of my life, repeated 5 times. Thank you, Josh Davis. Be careful in the water there. Them sharks be cray-cray. What you did, New York? What are you talking about? Josh Davis.
I love Josh. He's a mental.
I don't have Dr. Woodbridge, but I have Dr. Glenn Fittich. So I don't know if you're drinking, Josh, but cheers to you, brother. So anyway... Oh, Omatic Dream. Did y'all cry when it's time to leave? Oh my God.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
So I'll get personal for a second. We spent 5 of the best days of my life ever. Amazing dinners, amazing shows, just walks, endless walks through
both the
Central
first time
Park.
in New York, so.
But it was immediate. Like, yeah, people ask, was it awkward at the airport when we met? I wouldn't use that word. I mean, I would say there was some apprehension for maybe the first half an hour. And then it was just like I was with my best friend. Like, it was just, it immediately... it just worked. There wasn't any of that. And we're so lucky that it did, because it could have so easily been awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
If there wasn't any attraction there or something.
And that's what people said to me, like, what were you going to do if you didn't like him when you saw him? And I was like, I knew there was a 0.01% chance of that happening, but something in me just knew it was going to be amazing.
They're talking about the ocean behind me. I got you. Thank you, Josh.
Good. That makes sense.
If you didn't know, we're not actually here, but I don't want to ruin the illusion for anybody. There was a small chance of that happening, but it could have happened, and that was terrifying. But it didn't happen, thankfully. So 5 of the best days ever. And then on our last night, so actually this was some poor planning on our part as far as, Amy, do you know Irish dancing? Are you going to teach? Ash, so you both can Irish dance at your wedding.
I Irish danced as a kid, and I loved it. I actually gave it up when I was about 10, only because I didn't like my teacher. I wasn't crazy about her, but I loved dancing. So I've always regretted it since. So it's surprisingly hard to find Irish dancing classes for adults where I live in Ireland.
There's way more in LA than there are in Ireland.
And I literally, even in our area, I Googled Irish dance schools, and literally 5 of them popped up. So I was like, oh my God. So I was like, this is my chance. So that's a good question. My plan is to I know I can do basic steps, but I'd love to do it properly again for a hobby.
Definitely.
And we do have some Irish songs for the wedding.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be so fun because most of them are Americans.
Yes, it'll be like 80-20 the
right,
American to Irish ratio, but it's going to be so fun. Yes. So, the last night, and this was poor planning because on the day we left, which was Wednesday, right? It was Friday to Wednesday, or was it Wednesday to Monday?
No, it was Friday
to Wednesday.
Friday to Wednesday.
Okay, so Wednesday we're leaving. Now, when we booked the trip, it was important to us to land at the same time so we could meet at the airport and kind of just have not have to find each other in New York City, But we didn't really give a lot of planning to the departure. We just figured, we'll both just go to the airport when we have to leave. Shouldn't have planned it that way. We should have both planned a flight out at the same time if possible, which is difficult when she's going to Ireland and I'm going to LA. But anyway, what ended up happening was I had to leave for the airport very, very early in the morning, like 5 in the morning. And
my flight wasn't until 5 that evening.
Her flight wasn't until way later that day, so she basically was staying until checkout. Right. And then leaving on her own to the airport in a taxi.
And even then I was too early. I was waiting at the airport for a good hour and a half.
So, which isn't the biggest, it's not the end of the world. But what happened was, so the night before that, we went to a Broadway show. We went to Lion King. And we came back. We got back to the hotel around 11 or something. And then it was time to start packing. And we had both been kind of just anticipating the day we're leaving for a while, but not wanting to talk about it because and that's every trip. We always saw each other. We just tried to not talk about the last day. But it was the last day, and she had gotten me this stuffed giraffe because she knew that I like giraffes. And she gave me that in the beginning of the trip. Yeah. And it was the last night. Basically, it was almost to the point where I didn't know if I was going to be able to sleep that night. Because we got back after 11, and I had to get a cab at 5 in the morning. It's am I even going to fight? I was so at this point freaked out and sad and upset that I had to leave, and it was just there was just kind of this dark kind of cloud now over the fact that this trip is over. And but we were both quiet and keeping it to ourselves pretty much until so I was at the room and I was packing, and I picked up. I was just actually trying to hold it. I'm like, no, I can do this. We can be strong. We don't have to make this a big deal. It's okay. This has been a great week. I'm going to see her soon. And so I'm packing. I'm picking up, putting my shirts in here, and I'm grabbing my toiletries, and I'm getting all this stuff ready, and I'm okay. And then I pick up the giraffe, and the second I touched the giraffe, you know how sometimes emotions are linked to inanimate objects. The second I touched the giraffe, it was just fucking Niagara Falls. I completely lost control. So I picked up the giraffe, and I was like, nope, I have to put that down. I can't. That's the trigger. And I couldn't control it at that point. I just lost it. And it was a very, very, very emotional few hours. I'm almost getting emotional thinking about it now.
I know, same.
It was a very emotional 3 hours because thankfully we had another trip booked already. She had already booked a trip in February.
This is how sure I was.
So before we met, she had already booked a second trip to come to LA to visit. So we had that going, which made it significantly easier.
Oh, yeah.
But not enough, because we were both a mess, and I wasn't going to see her for 2.5 more months, which was pretty much as long as we had been seeing each other at all. So it was like we have to relive that again, all that pain that we've been going through of being apart. We have to live it again for another 2.5 months. So it was emotional, and it sucked. And when 5 a.m. came around, people ask me sometimes, what's the hardest thing you've ever had to do? This is it. It's the 5 minutes that I had to walk out of the hotel room. We're both a mess. No one slept. And I can remember it like it was fucking yesterday. I'm standing in the hallway with the door behind me, and she's kind of like curled up like in a fetal position, just like laying down, can't move. Thank you, Italy boy. I do have a keeper. I know that for damn sure. Thank you for your super chat. I'm gonna get to. I know a lot of people are commenting awesome stuff, and I'm gonna go through the chats in a second. Yeah. But I'm standing with the door behind me, knowing that I have to walk out into public in a second, but my face is just streaming with tears. And she's upset, really, really, really upset. And I had to leave. I had to walk away. I had to make the decision to turn around and walk out the door and shut it. And that 30, getting emotional thinking about it, that 30 seconds was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. Making the decision to leave her alone in this room, in a city she's never been in, to not see her again until next year. Fuck that. Never want to do that again.
Yeah, I think that final experience of the first trip really like.
Thank you, Josh. Let's lighten the mood with a super chat TV.
Yeah, okay.
Josh, thank you for the super chat. I don't know if you have any requests, but let's do. We haven't done hula in a while, so let's do some hula dancing.
Perfect.
Thank you, Josh, for your super chat. Very generous of you, brother. Super chat TV in Josh's name. So. Yeah, well, I'll continue that in a second. This is too funny. Let's rub them coconuts. There we go.
You feel better?
Yes. No, but it was fucking hard, you know?
Yeah.
I can't talk about it while I'm watching this.
I know.
We missed you, Weasel!
Oh my god, I miss him so much.
Speaking of which, while that's playing, I'm going to check my text and see if he's even awake. Yeah. He's probably not. That's okay. I don't think he is. He hasn't responded, so that's okay. We'll let him sleep. Thank you, Josh Davis, for your super chat. So essentially, left the hotel room in the elevator at 5 in the morning, sobbing in an elevator in New York City. Do you mind if I say what hotel it was? Doesn't matter now.
No, it doesn't. No.
It's the Park Central Hotel in Manhattan. Which is funny, it's literally a stone's throw away from the first fan meetup and where we stayed for that fan meetup. So our first fan meetup in New York was the Dream Hotel in, I think it's the Midtown one. Midtown, I don't know Manhattan as well, but whatever one is right by that cross street where the Park Central Hotel is. All that intersection means so much to me now.
Yeah.
I think it's 7th and something. I don't know New York too well, but it's there. That's where that's where it was. So anyway, left the hotel, sobbing, went to the Starbucks downstairs, sobbing, ordered a coffee, sobbing, took a cab to JFK, nauseous. I wanted to puke. I almost had to ask him to pull over. But we left, I left, and then she got, obviously back safe and everything. So I know that was a long story on one small part, but it was an important part. So anyway, yeah. So that's New York, finishing the timeline, sorry. So that was December. She visited in February, and then all of 2018, we were very fortunate.
Flying back and over.
So every time you saw me traveling to Ireland, I was seeing her. She came to visit me. We saw each other how many times? 9, 10 times in 2018?
Yeah, I think
9 times, maybe?
Which is extremely fortunate.
Oh my God, we had it so easy.
Yeah, we really did.
So
we both have flexible schedules, and obviously
we're both self-employed.
The funds that
we both had an ability to buy the flights, so it was just we made it work.
Which not everybody has. So.
Which they're expensive, and we still had to we obviously couldn't see each other as much as we wanted to, but we made it work, and we looked for deals, and we just found it. There was even one point where she made a booking right before she came because there happened to be a round trip from Dublin to LA and back for less than $400 or something crazy.
Yeah, something insane.
So it was stuff like that.
It was just under €300.
Oh my God.
Which was
Fallen Ghost, thank you for the super chat. You can come to LA, man. You can. One day it'll happen. We'll have another meetup, and I can't wait to meet you, brother. So that was 2018. And then that brought us to 2019, where, again, a couple more trips happened. And During all this time, we had applied already for a K1 visa. So we applied for the K1 fiance visa back in June. We got the approval to move forward when we had an attorney handling this, so he already kind of gave us an idea of what the timeline would look like. But he told us, it'll be probably about 7 to 9 months before you hear anything. So we applied in June
of 2018.
We got the approval to take the next step in February.
So we heard nothing from June to February. Nothing. It was just all in process.
Yes. But we got the approval for the next step, which the next step was to submit another paper, which got her interview scheduled. So she did an interview with the embassy in Dublin.
I did my interview in April.
In April of this year.
Beginning of April of this year.
It got she was approved, and then just had to wait for the visa to be sent, and then she got the visa and the permission to move here in May.
It was like it was around the 10th of May-ish, I think. Or
yeah.
It was around that time.
And then she moved a month later, early June.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And we couldn't plan our wedding until we got the go-ahead.
Yeah, so that's the thing with the fiancé visa is once the applicant moves here, you have to marry within 90 days. But you don't know when move date's going to be because they don't tell you that. So when you get the approval, you have to wait till you get approved. And then once you're approved, you have a window of opportunity to come. And then once you decide to come, it has to be within 90 days. So essentially, you don't get time to plan a wedding properly. So everything has been very last minute and not traditional, but it doesn't matter because it's all for the reason of the thing that we want, which is to be married and live together and have her green card, which is all falling into place beautifully. So that's the story in a nutshell, somewhat. Let's go into some of the comments because some people have been saying some amazing things, and I'm sorry.
I'm bad for just letting them go by because they've been brilliant.
KJ only did long distance for about 4 months thanks to the Air Force. KJ, wow. Well, I hope it worked out. I don't know what the ending of that is. Hopefully it was positive. Fallen Ghost, maybe I should fly on Banana Airlines. I would recommend Delta instead of Banana.
Right.
So happy for you guys. Thank you, Jillian. Amy, how did you move all your belongings to the U.S.? Ship everything?
I didn't ship anything. There's an awful lot I left behind. Only because I plan to frequent where I lived in Ireland.
Yes.
Because I miss it too much.
Well, she'll be back often, and that's part of the...
So, it was only just small things like clothes and books and just things like that. But I guess my guitars are the biggest thing, really.
Yeah.
Because I had to bring my wedding dress with me this time. I couldn't carry another thing, so...
It's a good question. Diviner Miss M. Amy, what did your parents say when you first flew to meet Ashton? My parents would have flipped out.
Well, they did react like any parent would. They did flip out a little bit. My mom was clued in more from the beginning stages, so I think she kind of knew it was going to happen. But she was more on board because I was like, I tell my mom everything. Like, she's my best friend, so she knew how I was feeling, and like, she knows I'm not someone who has any screws loose in my head, and I'm not very impulsive. So this would be something that, like, I'm not just a ditzy person that, I'm going to meet someone in America,
I've never done anything like
this
before.
Right, this is so unlike me. So I think she knew I was serious in how I felt and that I was going to really try something. And my dad was harder because, of course, he's protective over me. He's my dad. And it just took him a little longer to get around to it. But I think I had expressed to him, like, look, I'm not doing something stupid. I know this guy. I trust him. If anything, he's got a huge internet following.
That's what Jillian just said.
Right.
But the good thing is Ashton was in the public eye, so maybe it's likely he was less murdered.
Exactly. That was actually my point as well. Some family members who had expressed concerns, and I had said, look.
At least you can see him online.
It'll be easy to track him down if anything happens.
He won't be able to disappear if that's, what I mean?
No, but exactly. If anything, he's more vulnerable because I'm the person who is just...
If you were out to destroy my life and my career, you probably could have.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So, yeah. So I think, but I had expressed to both my parents, don't worry. It's fine. He's great. I feel very strongly about this, and I need to see what this is. And they trusted me. I was 25, so I wasn't. I mean,
it's not like you needed their permission,
right?
But
it's not like I was 17.
It's nice to have their blessing about it.
Of course, yeah.
Sorry, here, scooch over. Sorry, I'm hogging all the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the parents' question. And
So-
of course, like once they knew the trip went well, they were delighted, and then they met you, you know, the following summer.
I came June 30th of 18 for my first time leaving North America. So not only my first trip to Ireland, my first trip to Europe or any other continent, which was crazy to me, just growing up here, and America's so big. It's just like, for her, leaving the country is like a 90-minute flight anywhere she wants to go.
Right.
But for me, it's a little bit of a bigger deal here in SoCal, and I've been so busy with my life and my career and chasing stuff that I haven't had a lot of travel time. So
plus, a lot of Americans don't travel because it's not, when I say don't travel out of the country, because it's such a big deal.
Because it's so far away.
Exactly. Whereas
you know?
for us in Europe, like, we can get a train or
you can get a $20 flight to
I go
England.
to England all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like less than an hour.
Well, that's like me going to Idaho or Nevada. It's
Right.
like right there. It's not a, so.
Exactly.
Renee, it's a good question. Ashton, did you ask Amy to marry you in person, and how? Yes. So I did it in person on one of the trips she was visiting last year. My birthday's on August 23rd, and she came to visit. She was in town for my birthday, and I proposed. Do you mind if I tell them where?
No.
Proposed to her in Newport Beach. We were staying at a resort called Pelican Hill Resort, which is one of the most beautiful places I've ever stayed in my life.
Yes.
I had taken her there once before in February, the first trip she came to visit, because I just wanted to show her LA properly. And I took her to all my favorite places, and that was one of them, and she loved it. So we went back for my birthday, and I was planning this whole thing to propose to her on my birthday, so I did that. But the thing is that we had already applied for the fiancé visa. So she didn't know when it was happening or specifically how, but she knew it was coming.
It was going to happen. We'd already sent in this.
We have to have that conversation because we knew it was going to be at least 9 months of waiting time. You can't surprise somebody with that. You have to have a discussion. Are you going to move here? What is this going to look like? What is our future going to be? You know, it's not like she lives next door and I can just surprise her with a proposal.
And that's one of the things about a long distance relationship is you have to ask yourself those questions really early on. That things you wouldn't think of if you were just dating someone nearby.
Exactly.
And you have to. It's harder because you need to have those conversations. Like, do I want to marry you? You know, because it's not going to work.
It's going to change both of our lives, and
like a long distance relationship will not work unless you have a plan of action to be together at some point.
Right.
And that would be my advice to anyone: is that if you don't see yourself with this person, then
it can last as long as it has to, as long as you have that plan in place.
But it will make or break you at some point.
Yeah. The shorter, the better.
Yeah.
What would you say was the hardest part of the whole thing?
I would say the goodbyes.
Yeah.
The ends of the trips. Like the last few days. Also just the times in between, like say we were in the middle of, you know, if we had 3 months apart or something, maybe about a month and a half in, you know, and then...
Well, our longest one was 83 days.
Yeah, that's right.
Not that I was counting.
No.
That was in between...
That was April
and when I came to visit you, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the goodbyes were hard. The not having that confidant that you want as a relationship when things were tough.
Also when things are good.
True.
When something... and of course, like exciting things were happening here all the time with
Constantly.
Trilogy Media.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hitting milestones and all these exciting things happening. And I was feeling it too, knowing I wasn't a part of it physically, you know.
Yeah. And I was hurting knowing that I couldn't share it with you.
Right.
More than just a FaceTime.
Or I'd hear about it 8 hours later, or you'd hear, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Hardest part for me, was probably the goodbyes. They just suck so much. And just the unknown, I guess. We knew what the end goal was, but because of the application and the paperwork and immigrating somebody here is so, there's a million ways to do it, but in our case, it was a long process and something that you need a lot of patience for. So not knowing when this was going to end, this long distance part, knowing how painful it was and not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, even though you know it's there somewhere, but you don't know where. You keep going down the dark tunnel, you don't know when you're going to see that light. It gets hard. But it's worth it. It's 100% worth it, and it can work. If anyone can vouch that it can work, it's us.
Right.
5,500 miles for a year and a half. We were fortunate. I'm sure a lot of people have it way worse.
Absolutely.
But it is possible, and it's just about communication. Being there for each other as much as you possibly can, making time for each other. That's something I really had to work on, because just being so busy, and her mornings were my late nights, and that's when I would usually work myself to passing out. I always work late nights until I just can't stay awake anymore. So, Amy, how... this can segue into that. Sarah Dotson, Amy, how and when did you know Ashton was the one you wanted to be with? And part of that...
somebody else asked a similar question.
Part of that, talk about the first text, because I love that story.
Right, okay. No,
Sorry, it's loud outside. There's kids playing in the pool. Is this window open? Let me close it. I'm going to get another drink, too.
Corey. Amy, what about Ash drew you to write him, to tell him you liked him?
So talk about that.
That's a good question. There's so many good questions. Amy's your family. Yes, my family are coming to the US because part of the visa deal is that we have to get married in the United States. So our official wedding will be here, and we are having a celebration with my family, which I'm so excited for. But we are going to do something. I have a lot of Irish family who can't make it, and some English family too. So we are going to do something in the next couple of years to celebrate in Ireland.
Definitely. Talk about the first text.
Okay.
And I'll tell my story of it, but yours is way more interesting. So, the text on September 15th, when she texted me on Instagram for the first time,
right,
and tell them what you said and
even before that.
Yeah. Tell them that.
I was just a viewer. I was watching like everybody else is.
Had I ever given you a shout out yet? Like, had I seen your comments before this happened? I don't know
if you had. I think you were very, you had done your 10,000, you'd hit your 10,000, and that trailer was already published.
Okay.
So I think you were around 12,000 subscribers. So you were...
Wow, okay.
Yeah. You were still small, but you were growing very fast.
Yeah.
And I had, it was your original video that I had seen.
So you found me from the first viral video, like a lot of people did.
Right.
Okay.
I had watched the video, that TED Talk of what happens when you reply to spam emails.
James Veach. That's funny.
I watched that video, and then your video
recommended
was in the recommended on the right hand side. And
on YouTube?
On YouTube.
Okay.
So I thought, that looks funny. So I clicked it and I watched it. And I was like, obviously you guys know the video is hilarious. So I watched the video, thought it was hilarious, saw that they had a channel and that there was more videos there. So I watched the other videos. I watched the Claudia one and all those. Like, the Claudia one was one I watched a lot.
YouTube recommendations for the win.
Exactly. So we have to thank James Veach. Is that his name? Veach. Look
at this comment. Daniela. Superpowers, alcohol, and the future of Trilogy Media Q&A part 2. Amy comment is awesome. That was a Q&A that went up around that time.
Oh my god.
I need to go to that video, Daniela.
See, they're going to do that now. They're going to go back through the old videos and look for my comments.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a time capsule.
Okay, so keep going though. I'm going to look this up. I got to find this comment right now.
Amy comment is
This is the video. You must have commented on it. I'll find it.
Has Ashton taken you Disneyland yet? Oh yeah.
That's one of our favorite things to do.
I am an annual pass holder before I was even a SoCal resident. So
look at this shit.
Is there a comment there?
Found it. Let me just skip. Hold on, let me skip this.
Oh no.
Yes, I found it.
What video is it? The Q&A, is it?
Yeah, it's a Q&A video. That was published. Oh, what day was it published? September 12th.
That was, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God. I haven't seen this.
We haven't actually done this, really. Superpowers, alcohol, and the future of Trilogy Media.
It's
Q&A.
The second Q&A we did.
Yeah.
We did a Q&A a number of weeks before it, and then we did a part 2. It's published on September 12th.
Okay.
Wasn't this the one where one of the questions was,
I was going to get to that.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
So.
And I'll show this when you do that.
Okay, so I had been watching. Was watching a few videos. It got to a point where you guys understand the videos become part of your day. That was me. Just they're so entertaining, and I also noticed that they're very, and still are, very interactive with the fans and the viewers, and they'll answer comments and they'll that kind of thing. So my goal was to just get something back, just to be hey, blah blah blah, and just get even a liked comment or a reply.
I never replied to it.
Of course you didn't.
Sorry. I hope I make up for that.
Just a tad.
Sorry.
So yeah, and also, so yeah. But he had in the videos, a few videos. If you go back and watch them, he mentions a girlfriend.
A girlfriend. In the original, it was my girlfriend in the lawnmower.
Right.
And then in the Claudia videos, I talked about a girlfriend. So you at this point had thought I was taken.
I was just like, I thought he was cute. Like, I just thought he was really cute. I know some of you can relate. And I just thought he was like, what drew me to him at first was like sense of humor. He's my type, first of all, just looking at him. Like, he's someone I'm like attracted to. And then just everything, like personality, creativity, like just his manner on the phone and the hilarity of it all. I was just like, oh, and this guy, like, oh my God. And I'd even told my mom, like, way before I was watching the channel. Exactly, Ladyface, he is cute. He's totally cute.
No, quit.
And I told my mom, I was like, this guy on YouTube, like, you know, it's a YouTube channel, as there's like millions of them. And I was like, he's just so funny, like, and he's really cute. And Mom was like, oh, here we go. Amy has a crush on a YouTuber again.
Again. Now look at this. So this is on that video. She said the superpowers. It's like the part 2 Q&A from September 12th, 2017. And you can see this comment here from over a year ago, or I mean, it's almost 2 years ago. It's the one on the top. Sorry, my phone's cut off. The one on the top of the screen. This is the perfect start to my day. Love you guys. Hope to meet you one day. Rockstar fingers. That's whoever found that. Hats off to you.
Oh my
was
God.
It Lauren? I'm sorry if I missed
Daniela.
it. Daniela. I'm sorry,
you missed it.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Where?
Go down. Go there.
Daniela. Superpowers, alcohol in the future, Trilogy Media. Daniela, thank you for bringing that to our attention. That's hilarious.
And I so met you, exactly. So this is weird to be like in a stream talking about this, but anyway. So so yeah, you had mentioned the girlfriend a few times, and I was like, he has to have a girlfriend because he keeps flipping talking about her. So
I didn't.
And he's done a few. Oh my!
It's just a Ryan Benson thing.
One was like, oh, my girlfriend's in the other room, or oh, my girlfriend left me, whatever.
No, but then there was the one where the video we made when we moved into this apartment, which was the first confession video from a scammer ever. And if you look behind me, the apartment is empty. And in the video, I said, "Oh, my girlfriend broke up with me and took all the furniture." Apparently.
So I was like, "Yes."
So that was the, and that's actually one of our highest viewed videos on the channel. So if I go here to this, yeah, it's the second highest viewed video. So our top viewed video is the movie quotes one, and the right beneath it, scammer owned, and he confesses.
Yeah.
If you watch that video, the apartment is empty because we just moved in the day before, and Art left town to go to Florida, so I was alone, and I made that video alone. And in the video, I said that I had a girlfriend that broke up with me.
Right.
But then it was the Q&A that I actually said, honestly, no, I'm single. And that may have been what prompted you to say something.
Yeah, I watched that Q&A when you had, and yeah, one of the questions was, are you single? Or do either of you have girlfriends? And you had said no. So I was like, oh.
Veronica, thank you for the super chat. Next time I face with you boys, I'll share a very horrific time I had a pass really. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. Really, really bad. Well, I would love to hear it, and we'll definitely hear that. But I'm glad to know that you recovered from it. Hopefully,
and you came out the other side.
Came out the other side stronger. We love you, Veronica. Yes, can't wait to hear that.
Yeah. So he had said he was single in the Q&A, and I was like, oh, okay. I think that kind of just sparked a little something in me to like. Not that I had decided right then. I think I just, like, you guys send messages and stuff, and I think I was just, like, thinking the same way. I was just like, I'll just send a message. Right. Not expecting to hear anything. I was like, at the very most, he'll see it and say, oh, thank you so much for your support, and so, yeah, so September 15th.
What was going through your head before you sent it? And what?
I drafted it first.
Of
I
course
drafted
you did.
it, and then I left it. And for like half an hour. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll just send it. Because I wasn't going to send it then. And then I was like, no, I'll just send it. Why not? Like,
Berichka, thank you for the super chat. We love you. And you sent it.
So I sent it.
And it was like 11 your time, like 3 o'clock my time.
I was getting ready for bed, and I sent it.
And I was sitting at El Torito restaurant and just had this ding-a-ling on my phone. And what did you say? What is your words?
Fallen ghosts, my passion for 5 years ago. I totally get where we can get into that too. I've had 2 past relationships and they both broke my heart. So I completely agree.
But your biggest lesson from that was what your mom kept telling you, which was what?
The best is yet to come. And she kept saying that to me every time I went to her crying, even like a year after I'd been broken up with, she kept saying, the best is yet to come. You don't know what's coming, and it's better than what you've already had. And I kept saying, no, it's not, no, it couldn't be better than him. And then he feckin' is. There's no comparison.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, that's my mom. So
I'll
say the same thing to you, Fall and Ghost. The best is yet to come.
There you go.
So
you sent it.
So I sent the message, and then I went to brush my teeth. And as I was going to leave it, and I was like, just check and see if there's any. And as I was red,
I read it.
Red. The message was red, and I just went.
Oh my god.
I had said, like, it was somewhat of a paragraph.
It was a really nice message, and like, look, I mean, we get a lot of messages. We did then, and we especially do now, and I wish I had more hands and more people, because every time I read them, and I do read them, even if I can't get back to them right away, I do the best I can to go back and do it when I can. I don't always get to, and it breaks my heart that I don't have enough time of day to do that, because if I did that all day, you guys would never get any content.
Right, yeah.
But we do read them, and they mean so much to us, and 99.99999% of the time, the messages are very nice and very amazing. Every now and then we get weird stuff. It just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But you can tell right away when something is sincere and meaningful and awesome, and when something is weird. We don't have that big of a problem with that. But it was one of those messages where the second I just happened to see it because I had my phone out, and I read it, and it was just the second I saw it, I just immediately could tell that it was legit, it was genuine, and she really meant it. And essentially, it was like a little bit of a paragraph, but it wasn't too long. It was, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 sentences. And it was saying how much she liked our work.
Yeah, I wrote a very honest message. I wanted to convey at the same time. Like, it wasn't about me. I wasn't trying to get anything out of it. I just wanted, like, obviously I thought it was cute, but at the same time, like...
And she said that in the text.
But
You cheeky monkey.
No! I wanted him to know, like... And you can all relate to this, like how much he meant to me and the content meant to me, and like I was in a job that I hated at the time, and I was so ready to do what I wanted to do. At the time I wasn't teaching music, which I have been the last 2 years. I was just in that job that I hated. I was really down and just really like creatively frustrated, and I was watching these guys who were like, you know, we were kind of watching you build Trilogy at the same time, and you had talked about a lot about how you were self-employed and then how you were working on your own things, but like, and I was like, I want to do that. So it was like inspiring to me at the time, and so that was what my message was about. Really, was like, you know, thank you for your videos. You're so brilliant. Like, you're so funny, and they're just very well made, and like. You're giving me inspiration and confidence to like do what I want to do and pursue my things like in a similar industry. And then I was like, and by the way, you're very cute.
Just threw that in
yeah,
there.
just threw it in the end. I didn't want it to come across as creepy, because I was not trying to creep.
No, and it wasn't creepy.
And I didn't
want to
be.
I
didn't want to come across as like a crazy fan either.
One of these days, if I convince her, we'll post the actual text. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's super adorable. And it was basically just her saying she appreciates and admires the work. We inspire her in a self-employed sense. Mm-hmm. And she thought it was cute. That was basically the three things that she hit.
That was the gist of it, really.
And I don't know. Something compelled me to reply. You know, it's just... and it was, again, at the time, this was back in 2017, I was significantly less overwhelmed. Like, I'm overwhelmed now in a great way. Mm-hmm. I love everything we have, all the messages we get. It's amazing. Sometimes it's overwhelming when I'm trying to think about replying to everybody. Mm-hmm. This was 2017. We had a lot less attention and a lot less people watching, and it was just, I was also having lunch. So it just happened to be something where I had a minute, mm-hmm. and I saw the text, and I saw who it came from, and the profile picture was this cute girl holding a guitar. That's all I could see. So I clicked on her profile and was scrolling through. I'm like, oh, wow, she's cute. She looks kind of young. I better be careful. But she's cute. I better let me reply and just see what's up, you know? So I replied and very quickly asked how old she was. And that was a telltale sign for you. Right.
Yeah, so he read the message. I had my little freak out. and then like within minutes there was a reply. So I was like, oh my God. Like, I was not expecting, if I got a reply, I thought it might take a couple of days or a week even. Because I figured if I left it any longer, that the subscribers would get too much and that my message would just be buried. So that's why I did it when I did it, because I thought there's a good chance he'll see it now and not 6 months from now or even 3 months from now.
Yeah.
So the message back was like very thankful and like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then there was like a hint of flirtation as well.
I did no such thing.
You're right. You said something like, you're like, oh, thank you so much. That means the world, you know, and then you're like, oh, you're quite beautiful.
I didn't say that. I might probably said that, you know.
Yeah, he did.
Well, she
so
was.
I was like, oh my God, Dick's so beautiful.
And that started it. And then we were just texting nonstop for every day after that until we ended up FaceTiming 3 days later. And that's the rest is what I said earlier. So, Michelle, thank you, Michelle, for the super chat. Jojo has something to share with you. Please call him. Hi, Amy and Ashley. I love you both. So happy to see you. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, I'm going to call a couple people at the end. I actually owe Jojo a personal call. So Jojo and everyone else it's a lot of people I owe calls to, and they're going to be happening. Jojo, if you're watching, thank you so much. I've seen people connecting with you on Facebook, and it's awesome. Woo! Oh, my God. Okay, Italy boy, hang on a second. Jojo, we love you, and we're going to call probably a couple people at the end of this, but I actually would prefer, honestly, to have more of a one-on-one with you because we have more to talk about with this project and everything. So, and look, now that you're in the squad group, I do the best I can to interact in there as well. So we have a lot to talk about, so don't worry. I'm certainly not ignoring you. We have a lot to talk about. Just stay strong for me, brother. Okay, I love you, and we appreciate you, and very excited to show you what's coming up. Usually in Real Talk, I try to, the people that are submitting their numbers, I try to hit a couple people that we haven't talked to before just to try to hit more. But Jojo, don't worry. More's coming. Hang in there, buddy. Italy Boy 927. That was super generous of you. You just said September. It was an important month. September. Italy Boy, that was very, very generous. And you know what? You didn't ask for it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's pick a ballet dance. Boom, shakalaka, here it comes. Thank you, Italy Boy. Super Chat TV coming your way. Oh, and you just did another one. Italy Boy, what the heck? Date, September date. Yes. Well, thank you for the very generous Super Chats. Holy crap, Italy Boy. What the fuck?
What?
Italy Boy, what are you doing?
What? What's going on?
What? Italy Boy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude. Oh my God, Italy Boy, thank you. That was very generous. That was very, very generous. Holy crap.
Oh my God.
I don't know why you did that, but thank you. September date year. Is it like a code? I feel like I need to figure it out.
I know.
Thank you, Italy Boy, for that. That's incredible.
What's going on?
That, again, everything you guys do helps us keep the channel alive, helps us get through the adpocalypse when our videos get demonetized constantly. Helps us in the lows, helps us in the everything, helps us make our show more successful. Everything helps, guys. So thank you, Italy Boy, for doing that. Brian May, have a great night. Thanks for being here, brother. Have a good dinner.
Thanks, Brian.
Holy crap. Italy Boy, that was very, very generous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So, wow, that's awesome. Let's do a couple shout-outs. Let me move this back over to...
Good night, Brian.
Night, Brian. John Salzman, Chandler Burks, September, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, exactly. Italy Boy. Okay, 90 was the month. 15 was date. 200 was year. I don't understand. Do you understand that? Is it like a code?
2000, he did like 2000 or 217 cents, didn't he?
September, date, year.
2017? Is that what he meant? So September, 15th of September, 2017.
Oh! Oh my God! I get it. You're smart. That's why I love you. Dude! Yeah, okay. The 90. The 9 for September, the 15th was the date. The 2017, $200.17 for the year. You're fucking brilliant.
Your date, you text him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, Italy Boy, that was really creative.
That was clever.
I didn't get that. at all at first. Smart cookie over here. Italy boy, cheers to you, brother. That's amazing.
Cheers.
That was really cool. And that's so generous of you. Thank you so much, man. Holy crap. That's amazing. That's so cool.
Brighton May.
Italy boy is feckin' cryptic.
Cryptic.
No, that was so awesome, dude. Italy boy. I was lost for a second too, Karen, but that's so clever. I'm so glad we figured that out.
That's a good question. What was Amy's reaction to meeting Art?
I
like that question.
You met him in February.
I met him in February.
He already FaceTimed with her.
Right, I had
before.
FaceTimed him, and you had sent me videos of the two of you.
Right.
Just talking to me. Because you used to send me videos at work and stuff. And
yes.
Yeah, I met Art in February of 2018 when I came to visit here for the first time. My first impression was tall. Because I'm 5'2", and he's 6'5". So, yeah.
Sister.
Like, his stomach, like, was here. But no, oh my God, the sweetest guy. Like, he is exactly the same in real life as he is on streams.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's just, he's got a heart of gold, and he's so much fun. Like, he's so much fun.
100%. Yeah.
He has me rolling with laughter most of the time.
Tall.
Oh.
Tall. Brother.
So yeah, Art is amazing.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, he already knew what was going on. I was keeping him in the loop with stuff, and they had FaceTimed and whatnot. But Martin Sheridan, how long after the first message did you meet up? So September 15th was the first message, and December 1st was our first meeting in New York City.
How's the weather up there? Exactly. Yeah, he's got his own climate up there.
Seriously, my gosh. Yeah, like meeting Arnold Schwarzenegger, yes. Yeah, so that's a good question. So Chloe, yeah, I mentioned a second ago we call a few people at the end of the stream, and we do save the numbers. So people that send in their number, we have them all, and there's a lot of them. And I'm sorry, we try to do it best we can, but if we don't get to you in the stream, we still save the number. But here, I'm going to put this up on the screen, and I'm going to take off that text and put this. So there's a link here on the website, trilogymediainc.com/call-me. So if you're here watching the stream, and like I said, I do try to call the people that I haven't called before. Carl will be an exception only because he's going to contribute to this topic. If you're still here, Carl, and it's okay if you're not. If you're still here, let me know. Nick, I can't believe I haven't met you yet, Nick.
I know. I'm so excited.
I feel like I know you so well already, so I'm really excited to meet Nick.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
But yeah, send us your number if you're watching, especially if we haven't ever spoken before. And like I said, those that have contributed to Kickstarter and all those that we've already promised calls to, they are coming. That's not getting brushed away. That's definitely happening. It's just going to take us a little time to catch up on everything. But yeah, send in your name. Italy boy, I want to type a long message, but not enough. Oh, maybe it's not giving you enough characters. Well, either way, Italy boy, thank you for your incredible generosity. Michelle, thank you for sharing the link. And the other thing I want to talk about while people are sending in their numbers, let me pull this. Not talk about. This is totally unrelated. But we haven't really properly talked about that 24-hour stream.
Oh yeah.
So guys, for those that were watching, that was kind of a life-changing day last Thursday. Don't really know what to say about it other than thank you.
Yeah.
For those wondering what was going on, we did a 24-hour straight live stream, which I'm really honestly bummed that YouTube kind of dropped the ball on encoding it. I checked in with YouTube a few weeks before, and I said, look, am I going to have any issues streaming for 24 hours? And they're like, no, there's no limitation on your stream duration, but if it's over 12 hours, like we can't, what I believe the wording was, we can't archive more than 12 hours of it. So what that led me to believe was that at least half of it would be watchable again. Well, it looks like none of it's watchable again, which is a real bummer. But I do know a lot of people filmed screen recordings of it. So thank you to those who did that, especially for the especially good parts like calling Nigel and calling JoJo and some of the scammers we had and some of the games we played. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Carl. Thank you. So I will be, if you all can still send me those recordings, you can send it via email, ashton@trilogymediainc.com. Use WeTransfer if you have to. If you need a Dropbox link to upload it, I can send you one. So I'm sorry for those that wanted to rewatch it or rewatch parts of it, and YouTube is not allowing that. It's completely out of my control. It's not something I blocked. It's something that YouTube is not archiving it properly. So I'm sorry, but hopefully that changes. Maybe it's still encoding. Maybe it just takes a while. I don't know, but Either way, we have clips from it people are sending in, and we'll be posting them as we go. But at the end of the day, the point of the stream was to show our dedication for those that were watching. A lot of people watched, and I hope that it showed you that we mean what we say when we tell you we're going to do something and we're going to do it well. Italy Boy, yes, thank you for asking. Well, the life-changing part of it, again, was that it was the close of this Kickstarter. We raised, just in the Kickstarter alone, was over $67,000. Plus, thanks to the generosity of a lot of people behind the scenes, including Matt Laporte and Kate and a ton of people that I'm going to thank properly in the right time that sent direct donations, we're very close to $100,000. We don't know what the exact number is because a lot of them were done in super chats, and we don't get the super chat reports until the close of the month. So I will know in more detail later the exact number. But I know that we said 11 episodes was our 100K was our minimum for that. But given how generous everyone's been in super chats and the fact that people are still donating behind the scenes, I have no doubt in my mind we can still make 11 episodes happen, even if we're just under 100K. We have enough support and amazing people around us to help us find the right resources to make that happen. So yeah, we're very close to 100K, which means that there's no doubt in my mind we can do a whole half a season, which is 11 episodes. So thank you guys for making that stream, so life-changing. Thank you for bearing with us. I know a handful of you watched the whole thing, which blows my mind. Thank you for doing that. It was fun. It was exhausting. I don't think it was as hard as I thought it was as far as staying up. I think the hardest part was like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. But the rest was amazing and so much fun. Special thanks to IRL Rosie for not only coming, but staying here for 7 hours and playing games with us for 7 hours. Italy Boy, yes, go ahead and ask a question. Thank you for...
Amavera had a question as
well. I'm sorry, yes.
She super chatted.
Oh, my bad.
It's just underneath. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And I'm sorry I missed this. I was there 24 plus hours, and it was a bonding experience.
Yeah,
yes.
it was.
Well, and it's very important, and I don't want to sound like a broken record. We're not here to pitch the Kickstarter anymore because it's over. Now the next step is where we really get to work. But yeah, it was one of the most important things in art in my life. Him and I both changed our life and moved to LA to begin with to pursue acting and filmmaking. And I've been making movies since I was 8 years old. And all of you that contributed, I'm still working on packaging some clips I'm going to be showing all of you guys. The problem there is that a lot of it has copyrighted music, so I have to upload it somewhere else. But that is coming. He moved, he changed his whole life, and he moved in his mid-20s and left his home country and with no money in his pocket to pursue this. So it's something that means something to our whole life. And every project we've done up till now has been either self-funded or asking for help from friends or borrowing cameras or using props from Goodwill or asking actors to work for free and DPs to work for free. And, that's great. And it lets us flex our creative muscles. And the only reason it can happen is because of all the amazing people around us. That's a good question, Italy Boy. I'll answer that in just a second. But
I don't think he's finished his question.
Oh,
Is he? ...
Yeah, he must not be finished. I'll catch the whole thing. But more importantly, this is now the first actual, legitimate, real thing we get to do, thanks to all of you. We get to make an actual funded TV series. And now that we have the right people around us to help us sell it and investors looking at it, once this project is done and out into the world, this could drastically change the course of our life as far as our opportunities, future shows we're going to work on. I mean, it's just a huge catalyst to the whole next chapter and beyond, thanks to all of you. That's why it was life-changing. Italy Boy asks, what advice would you give people starting to do YouTube or Twitch? Consistency is good. I can't speak to the technicalities of Twitch because we don't know Twitch. Twitch is only something we've started to look into, and it will happen one day. I can't speak to Twitch methods of the madness to Twitch, but I'm sure a lot of the same principles apply. Consistency is important. Finding your niche. I know that sounds so stupid and cliche, and it's just something that every help article tells you to do, but it's real. When you think about the YouTubers you watch them because you know what you're expecting when you watch them. They deliver something specific that rings to you. So find that thing for yourself and be as specific as you can. They say go 12 inches wide and 5 miles deep on a topic, which means find a thing and tear it open as many different ways as you possibly can over and over and over and over again, and stick with that. Make that your channel, and people will come back. If you do it well and you do it consistently and you put your heart into it and it means something to you, it might take a while. Sometimes it takes a while to build up a following. Some people it happens overnight. You can't control that. But what you can control is how much you try and how much you keep going and how little you let the obstacles stand in your way.
I would say be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be a copy of somebody else, because people can tell right away when you're not being authentic.
Yeah.
So
yeah, be who
I would
you
say
are.
everyone has something to offer, so just be yourself.
And find whatever way that works for you in the niche. Like I never expected I would be doing scammer videos 10 years ago.
Right.
But some things that are me are my sense of humor, the way I talk, the speed at which I talk, the randomness with my sense of humor as far as my insults, and my creativeness as far as thinking of random shit like that. And somehow I found a way to incorporate that into the niche that we set up for ourselves. So find a way to mix the two, and it'll be something new and exclusive to you. If you find the niche that moves your heart, and you take your traits and personality traits that define you, and you find a way to marry the two into a YouTube channel, it will work. Just stick with it, and it will work.
That's a good question. Candice, what's your favorite attribute about each other?
Candice, thank you.
Congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you, Candice. 3621. There's so many attributes.
If we go back to the theme of the stream.
Yeah, sorry guys, got a little derailed.
Favorite attribute about each other. That's cute.
It is cute. I can't pick one.
I know.
I can list them off. I love your sense of humor. I love how much you care. I love that you're beautiful. I love just that you're from Ireland. Just the whole foreign thing and the accent just does something to me. I love how silly you are. Even though you're an introvert around me, I know who you really are. And even just now, I just love you. I love how you are and how silly you are and how much we connect on weird shit.
Yeah,
how weird we can be around
true.
each other. 12 inches wide and 5 miles deep. I miss art now.
That's funny.
You're a dirty man, Senator Stern. Yes, art is coming back though, and you get to meet him soon. So, I love everything about you. You're perfect for me, and I'm so lucky that this fell in my lap, because I was not pursuing anything and was very, very single and very I wasn't lonely because I have great people in my life, but very single and very lacking that part of love for a very long time, and I still would be had this not happened. Yeah.
Mine of yours.
Oh jeez.
Again, there's everything.
Italy boy, thank you again. I'll comment on that in a second.
Yeah. You said, I think, is he young? He sounds like he's young.
Might be. Yeah, how old are you, little? I mean, you don't have to share if you don't want to, but Italy boy, hold that thought. My issue is consistency and trying to find who I am. Italy boy, you don't need to worry so bad about finding who you are.
That happens naturally as you grow up.
For me, it happened on accident, because I am who I am. Like, I might not be able to put it into words, but if you ask anyone to describe me, they can give you an answer. And again, long before I ever had a scam busting channel, I was still me, and I still had my same sense of humor. I still had my same way of talking, my same way of outlook on life, even though that's evolved thanks to people like Art. But I was still me. And it really, the only challenge there was, once we had a scam busting niche, was finding the best thing we could have done is just continue being who we are in that realm. So don't worry about defining it or putting words to it or explaining it to people. It'll happen naturally. You just need to be open to it and being willing to accept your strengths and your flaws. And whatever the niche is that you're going to dive into, do it your way. Don't look at other videos and try to replicate it. Just do it your way, what means right and what feels right to you. And I guarantee you, if you do that for a year, that 1 year, you're going to evolve into something you never even envisioned, but it's going to be the perfect recipe of your channel. It's the best I can say. Sorry, you were saying nice things about me.
Let's get back to that. Okay, well, obviously, I love you and everything about you.
I hope so.
Everything.
Not everything. Oh, he turns 21 June 28th. Yeah. So you just turned 21. Great.
Yeah. Oh.
Italy boy. Do you live in Italy or are you local here? Because if so, come to the meetup. It's on Saturday. But okay. Oh, so you're not that young. I mean, you're young in life. You're just not a child. You know? That's awesome.
Your drive and ambition.
Thank you.
It's extremely inspiring and extremely attractive.
No.
It's a very attractive quality in a person. Your strength. I think you're a very strong person, even though you might disagree with me. You might disagree on that, but you are
Thank you.
When I'm feeling weak, I get strength from you. You're the strong one.
No. Well, I feel the same way about you.
No. Plus, you're adorable.
No.
You make me laugh a lot, which is very important to me. And you always cheer me up. You just know me and the right thing to say. Also, just, I guess it comes back to the ambition thing as well, is that even just your choice to, like, pursue me, like, that ambition, like, even though it was me, but, like, I feel like every woman watching will agree with me. It is so hard to get a guy to even text back. Does Amy have a sister asking for a friend?
She does. She was in the chat earlier.
Do you have a sister? That's so funny.
Well, thank you, honey. I feel the same way about you in a lot of ways, you know. So, mom was born in Italy. I live in Indiana. Oh. Okay.
Buona giornata. Then.
Well, hey, everyone. You know what? Show Italy Boy some love. He's inspired to create something. So please go subscribe to Italy Boy.
Chris
S. Yes. Please go subscribe to Italy Boy. Show him some love. He's just trying to figure it out, but I bet you right now, if he gained a handful of subscribers, it would jumpstart him it would inspire him to do it faster. So go subscribe to Italy Boy, give him some love, and give him a shot. Give him a shot to win your subscription, but go click it, okay? I like seeing people inspired, and I like people following through with that. So Italy Boy, go make some good content. You got an audience. You got people who love you. So fucking make that shit happen. I would assume, Italy Boy, that your channel is the one you're commenting with, so they could probably just click your profile image. But if you have something different to share, please paste it here now. Yep, see, you already have 3 subscriptions. Look at that. Thank you, guys. That's why the squad is the best family in the world.
They're the best.
Because they're just the best in the world. So yeah, there's no words to explain. You guys have been great to us, and as we grow, as our resources grow, we're going to do everything we can to return that love, to help as much as we possibly can. We're on an amazing trajectory now that we're actually having a TV show we're making. The possibilities are endless of what's happening, and we're going to do everything we can to return that to each and every one of you that has helped us get here and helped us continue to grow. So let's do a few more shout outs. I want to call some fans. I know we haven't called any scammers yet because we talked, this was a long topic. But there's a few people, I know people that want us to call in. A lot of people have sent in their numbers in the last so often. So let me open this up, talk to the good people for a second.
But that's one thing my brother said to me about you, was that your level of commitment to me living in another country. There's not many guys that would do that.
Well, I couldn't let you go, so.
Right, but even just knowing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope people understand what I mean.
Well, thanks, honey. I love your brother so much. Okay, let me pull up. Thank you, Italy Boy. I've been doing YouTube since 2012. Yes, okay, so that's his channel. So you can, I think if you're on their phone, you can click on his profile image and go to his channel. So please subscribe to Italy Boy. If you're on a computer, you can probably click on his channel. But show some love to the squad. Italy Boy, thank you for your generosity today. And stay inspired. Find what it is. You don't have to have all the answers right now, but just start. It's a journey. Just find something and start. And work your way there. It'll happen naturally, okay?
Absolutely. Does anyone have any questions or?
Yeah, I know we did a little Q&A earlier, but let me bring this back up just for now, and then we'll call some people. Any last questions about long-distance relationships? Our experience in particular. If you have an experience or a question about what you're going through,
maybe we can help you.
If you like weasels and you want to know where to find one, let me know.
Or even just relationship questions.
Which, shit. I don't have a lot of experience to share on that. You have probably more than I do.
Only
but
Weasel
should be here maybe for that topic, and we'll do a whole nother stream on that for sure. You're right, Lauren. We'll never have all the answers.
Oh, Katie, just celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary. Let me tell you, you two are already doing a wonderful and off to a great start.
I want to high five you. Thank you, Katie.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's nice to know.
Sarah Dotson, Amy, when did you know Ashton was the one you wanted to be with for the rest of your life?
Oh, when?
When?
Oh. I think at the end of that first trip. I mean, yeah, I mean, there was definitely points along the way where I was like, yeah, you know, but I think after he had left, after he had flown home, and I was still in New York, and I just remember waking up, like, because he had left in the middle of the night, and I had gotten back to sleep for a bit, but it was still early, and I talked to my sister, she called me, and I was just on the phone crying to her, and I was like, I'll do whatever it takes. So I think that's when I knew that this was something I was going to see through.
Where are you registered for your wedding?
Oh, that's really cute.
Thank you for asking, Matt, Kylo. You don't have to do anything like that.
No,
but
your guys' support is a wedding
You guys
present.
have been so supportive here. That's just incredible.
My long distance relationship has been so rough because of the distance, and it's causing so many problems.
That's what I was looking for.
Absolutely.
Denise, it will cause problems, and that's normal. We had problems. We had struggles. We had disagreements. We had emotional nights. We had nights where we wondered, how this was going to happen.
Absolutely.
It's normal, and it's part of it.
I think people have seen our highlight reel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's because we're not going to share every negative on Facebook.
It hasn't been sunshine and daisies all the way through.
Italy Boy went up to 27 subscribers.
That's great.
Right? Am I doing that math right? Yeah. Thank you, guys. You went from 196 to 223. That's amazing. Thank you for supporting our fellow squad. And Italy Boy, I want to see some content. Make it happen, brother. It's causing trust issues. I can understand that, Denise, because you don't, you have to have trust. I mean, and that's
trust. I would say is the biggest thing you need to have in long distance, because you have to accept that they are going to have a life separate of you, and same you have a separate life of them. It's hard because your significant other should be part of your life, but when you're long distance, obviously that doesn't happen. So I think trust. I think that's what helped me so much all the way through, because I trusted him 2,000%.
Right back at you.
I knew he wasn't going out on dates and going out partying, and even when he was going out doing his own thing, I knew I had nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
So that would be my advice to people.
But I can understand how it would be difficult, especially when we haven't met face to face, and we have this relationship between the two of us. But it's like on paper, it seems crazy, and
And the sad thing is, while you're still in the long distance part, you're not going to be part of everything that's going on with them physically, and same with them for you.
Exactly.
Which is the hard part.
Exactly. Any other questions? Thank you guys that subscribe to Italy Boy. Also, too, I can't forget to shout this out, guys. And if someone has the link, please post it. Maybe you can post it. This one has a YouTube channel. And I try not to be annoying with how often I mention it. But she does. And she's an amazingly talented guitarist. She has been since long before I met her. She's been studying it her whole life. And she's been pursuing YouTube since before I ever talked to her. She just hit her first 1,100 subscribers, which is amazing. She does popular song covers, she does original music, and she's going to be expanding into a lot of new content as well. So please give her a boost.
Thank you.
Her channel is Amy McDonough Guitar. McDonough is spelled McDonagh. Amy McDonough Guitar. If anyone has the link, and you could post it, or you can just search it.
I can post
go ahead and post it. Please give her a subscription.
Thank you, guys.
It would mean a lot.
It's a little dormant at the minute because I just moved countries.
Well, you just changed your whole life to be with me, so no one's faulting you for that.
Right. So my, I haven't quite gotten around to, and plus with all the wedding planning, there's too much going on for me to even think about making videos right now. But it's
coming. She's got a lot of content on there you can watch, and just the watch minutes and the subscriptions help her to get up to monetization status.
And more videos will come.
And 100%.
After the summer.
Candace has a good question. While you're doing that, what are you the most excited for, and what scares you the most about marriage? My biggest advice is to always date each other. It's so easy to get caught up in everyday life. That's a great suggestion and a great question, Candace.
That is a very, very good question.
Well, I can answer it while you're looking for it.
No, I have it. It's just wouldn't let me paste it.
What are you most excited for?
Oh, it's not let me paste it.
Really? I can do it here.
Okay. I don't know. It's not letting me paste it for some reason.
Do it here.
Sorry, guys.
All right, then you answer it. What are you most excited for, and what are you most scared of for marriage?
Just call it to heart, and then people can click on it.
No, I'll do it right here.
Okay.
This is Amy's channel coming from Trilogy's chat right here.
Oh, Punky, thank you.
Punky did it too.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Please subscribe to her channel. Mean a lot to me. If you like music, which I'm sure most of you do, she does awesome work and she's super talented and I love her to death. So if you love me, please love her and give her some love. What are you most excited for and most scared for about marriage?
That's a really good question. Excited for marriage. I'm excited to have the day to celebrate. Like the day
Yes.
itself, I'm really excited for.
Of course.
But in terms of marriage, I'm just excited to finally be together. I don't think, from what other married couples have said, it doesn't feel any different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I've been told that many times.
Yeah. It's not as if you get married and things change. I would hope.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what most people.
Especially when you already live together like we
right.
do. You know.
We live together now.
Matt's back. What's up, Matt, buddy? How you doing,
Hey,
buddy?
Matt.
Yeah. That makes sense. And I've heard that from many people.
Yeah.
That it feels the exact same the next day.
I'm excited to just once we get all the paperwork through, then I'm I'm here legally now.
Mm-hmm.
But I can stay here legally. I can go back to Ireland and come back here again legally, not as a tourist.
Right.
So I'm excited just to have that part of the journey behind us, and that we can just breathe and just be together and pursue what we want side by side, and just build our little empire, our big empire.
That's right.
Have any two been? No, neither of us have been married.
No marriages before Shannon.
No.
Yeah, I would say I'm most excited to have I have a co-pilot as a best friend and brother and business partner in art, but there is a little section of my heart that was always missing, and is having that significant other. So I am so happy I have that co-pilot now in regards to love, but that's also by my side for all this, the rest of this craziness called life that's happening to me and to art. That's what I'm most excited about. Yeah, scariest part, I guess, for me is myself. I feel like it's taken a significant amount of learning to learn how to juggle not only everything that's changing in my life. Italy boy, thank you. I'm uploading a video about what just happened. That's awesome. I'll read the rest of it on your next one. You don't have to super chat it. Don't feel like you have to do that, brother. Thank you for the super chats, though. I've learned a lot because my life has changed. My life is completely different than it was 2 years ago. Not just being with her, but my whole life. Mm-hmm. So I guess for me, it's just about learning how to balance the craziness of everything that's coming and everything that I want out of life, but also to take her along for the ride and do so in a way that makes it fun and not overwhelming in either one direction. So basically, I'm most scared of myself and how I deal with things.
Yeah, I think
but I'm still learning.
The same. I'd say the same thing. I'd be afraid of myself and just how, as life goes on and certain situations present themselves, and things are going to get easier, but harder things are going to happen as we get older. Mm-hmm. And I'm just afraid of how, how I deal with things is not always great. I think I'm afraid of myself of bringing any negativity to our marriage table.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be ups and downs.
Right. And I'm not worried about it. I think we're strong enough, but it's just, you don't want to be the one that brings things.
You're marrying a YouTuber, so it's going to be unorthodox no matter what happens.
Exactly.
Italy boy, uploading a video of what just happened. Can I send you a link to it when it's done? Absolutely. And Italy boy, if you're not in the Trilogy Media Squad Facebook page yet, please go to it. It's on Facebook. It's a closed group, but if you just click to apply to come into it, the mods will let you in. Trilogy Media Squad is what it's called. Post the link there. I'd love to see it.
Tragic Priestess says, missed it.
Sorry, going back.
The only thing that changes is the ring finger has a wedding band.
I got to get used to wearing one.
I know. I'm used to wearing one.
Someone asked actually to show it. Can you show it?
People did. Ooh, look at that rock. There we go.
Yep. Had fun picking that bad boy out for her.
Trying to get it as close as possible.
Yeah.
The camera does not do
it justice
because it's
at
absolutely
all.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Wolfmaster. Will you be having kids in the near future?
Not in the near future.
Not in the near future.
No, not in the near future.
But one day. And will Art still be living with you? We'll, at least for the next year or so, but even when we expand and get our own places, they will be very close to each other because we will always be working together, whether it's YouTube, TV, or film, probably for the rest of our life. Yeah. So nothing's going to change with that dynamic.
We also need our space as a
No,
I mean just in terms of living, but we'll certainly be very close to
always.
Art,
we'll be right next door. Our kids will be hopping fences to play with each other. It's all going to be the same. Fallen Ghost, I have trouble getting back into a relationship because I had a really bad breakup and it's been hard to express myself to someone special. It's been 5 years now.
Oh, I can relate.
I bet you can relate to that.
Oh, Jesus, I can relate.
What's your best piece of advice for Fallen Ghost?
Prioritize yourself. You are the most important thing. Unfollow on social media. Get rid of him or her. Just just give yourself a break. You know, I know sometimes people say 5 years is a long time, but if that person meant a lot to you, then
it might not be any time.
Right. It just sometimes.
If you broke up with me now, I would need at least 50 years. So.
Well, same.
So.
Is Amy Irish? Yes. Yeah. No. Just you have to. I would just say you have to put yourself first, and plenty of self-care, and think good things about yourself. It's their loss. It is their loss. Even though when you're in it, I understand the feeling of being in it, because you put the blame on yourself. Oh, if I had done this, then they wouldn't have ended it, or if I was different, or it's you're not the problem. They have a problem. So that's what I would say. And unfollow on everything. The last thing you want is when you're having an okay day and then you go on and see that they're doing something fun, or maybe they're dating someone else. Like that's not good. That's going to put you right back to the day it happened. So just don't worry about offending anyone. Just unfollow.
There you go.
Unfollow, block, silence, whatever, mute.
Good tip.
Yeah, that would be my biggest advice. That's when I reached a turning point, was when I just stopped allowing myself to see things, and then things started.
You start to move on a little bit.
Things started to get better, and I started to live my own life again. I wasn't like, seeing what was trying to piece together what was going on in their lives. Oh, are they happy? Oh, I hope they're sad. I hope they're sad.
You play those games with yourself.
Right, exactly. So you just have to prioritize your own life and do things that make you happy.
Definitely. Shannon, I'm extremely excited for the both of you. I would have been married 20 years, but he passed about 8 years ago. I'm so sorry to hear that, Shannon. But you know what? I'm glad you had 12 years of happiness that is more than some people get. So I'm sorry to hear that, Shannon, but so much love to you. I'm so happy that you got to have that period of time. Thank you, Diviner Miss M, for the super chat. Anna's keeping busy. She's a social butterfly, even though, God, I admire her ability to be so in tune to sense of humor and be so sociable, having not speaking our language at all. So she's already just hanging out with people. She's in and out of here. She's hanging out with us, and then she's out with someone else. So she's doing fine. I know she misses them a lot.
Yeah,
but
she does.
She's fine. She's perfectly fine.
She's good.
Gosh, oh God, we're almost 2 hours. It's
my
crazy.
God.
Isn't that crazy?
What?
Thank you to all who subscribe. Let me check your channel. 127.
Veronica has a super chat.
That's awesome. Thank you for those that subscribed.
I got a few more subscribers.
Yes, you did.
Thank you, guys.
Veronica, have you got any advice for someone who's trying to get back out there after a toxic, horrific relationship? Meaning myself. It's been 14 years.
You mean that you were the toxic person, or they were the toxic person? Is that what
I think it was a toxic relationship, but it was her relationship. So the other person was toxic. Right. But it's been 14 years.
I mean, it's hard. It's always hard. And it depends on the kind of person you are as well. Like, I'm not someone that would pursue people, even though that's ironic. But
you did.
Exactly. But in real life, though, I wasn't someone who would kind of go looking for it. I was quite happy I wanted to get to a stage where I was quite happy to be by myself. And that if nothing came along, I'd still be fine. That I was happy enough with with myself. And then I think it sounds so weird, but I think when you feel good about yourself, you kind of exude an attractive quality that you kind of, do you know what I mean? And I think that draws people to you. When you have this kind of not persona, what's the word I'm looking for? Demeanor? I don't know.
Aura or something?
Yeah, aura, I guess.
Demeanor is good.
I think if you... It sounds harsh to say, but if you look sad and if you look like, people
know how you feel.
Right.
It's hard to fake that long term.
People are not going to want to spend time with you if you're a sad person. I know that sounds harsh, but
that's Amy's channel again. A couple of people asked.
Oh,
thank you for subscribing to her channel. Yes.
So I would say if you're the kind of person that can put yourself out there, then I would.
Yeah. Even little things.
Yeah, and you don't have to be. Also, don't put pressure on yourself to find the one or find your soulmate. Just have fun getting to know people. That's all. Like when I reached out to him, I wasn't like, oh my God, I hope this is it. Like I hope he's my, he's my everything. It was just,
And I wasn't looking for anything, and look what happened. It just literally fell in my lap. Yeah. And that tends to be what happens. So take little steps.
Yeah, exactly.
Veronica, little things, and if that just means making a new friend, that even
exactly.
Just being open to what happens. It doesn't have to be about the end goal all the time. Just enjoy the experience.
Exactly.
Senator Stern! I asked my ex what was wrong with me. She said, I'm selfish, arrogant, and boring. I blocked her on my phone and everywhere else subsequently. How could anyone say that about you? You're one of the most selfless, down-to-earth, and hilarious people I've ever met.
You're certainly not boring, Nick.
No, Nick, don't listen to that bullshit.
Do you know what? That's just the wrong person.
That's obviously the wrong person.
The wrong person for
Nick,
you. And she did you a favor.
Totally.
She did you a
Nick,
favor.
we love you, and we can't wait to talk about it more on Saturday. Italy boy, can you send the link of the vlog when you met in New York? Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can post that. Let me find
Veronica,
it here.
it's been a long time. I'm not one for putting myself out there. I tend to be a happy, positive person. I just take it as it comes. That's the best attitude you can have, I think. You just have to, at some point, I know it's hard, you just have to have a bit of faith, trust, and pixie dust.
There you go.
Things just happen, and they usually happen when you least expect them.
100%.
You know?
Okay. It's a 34-minute vlog. I don't expect anyone to watch this whole thing. But intermixed in this vlog is a lot of footage in New York with her and I. So that footage is from our first trip, December 1st through 5th, 2017. And it's right there. I just linked it for Trilogy.
Mary Princess BB. I'm still dealing with a breakup. I thought the person was my soulmate. It was so hard. I still cry every day.
Sorry, Mary.
I felt the exact same way. And look what happened to me. Like,
the best is yet to come.
I wish somebody, when I was like, I felt exactly like you. I cried for like a year and a half. And I just wish somebody had just, like, me from the future had just, like, can go back to that version of me and say, you have no idea what's about to happen to you.
I'm going to call Carl. And then we'll do a couple of fan calls. I know we're going to go a little over 2 hours today, but that's okay. Carl, if you are around, I'm going to call you. And I would love to get your input. If you have anything to say that we've missed or anything to emphasize, because you've been through this exact same process with the immigration, long-term, all that good stuff. So I'm going to call Carl Sweat, a longtime supporter of Trilogy. He's one of our very first patrons. We love him to death, and we appreciate him very, very much. Carl, let's make it happen. Hopefully you're still home.
Hey.
Carl!
What's up, man?
How are you, brother?
Good, how are you? Juliana's on the line as well.
Hey, Juliana!
You're on speaker. Basically, first of all, thank you so much for allowing us to talk about this.
Of course. Thanks for putting forth your opinion.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. You were actually, you might not know this, but when we got the approval for the I-129F, I told my family, you were the first person I told outside my family. I called you because I knew you were going through the same thing, and I was just so excited. I was like, do you have 5 minutes for me to talk to you and share this news with you? And so I was really, you and Amy both have been really great in terms of providing emotional support because you guys knew exactly what it felt like. So I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. And like I said, a double date at some point is in fact mandatory.
We'll make it happen, brother. We'll make it happen. And right back at you. You know, we were going into this blind, and we were fortunate enough again to see each other often, and also have an attorney to be able to handle the details that I knew nothing about. But again, we were going in blind. We didn't know what to expect, and you were super helpful with sharing your experience with what to expect, how long things typically take, and we were really appreciative of that. And
of course. I mean, anything, because we didn't even have an attorney.
Yeah, right. You guys did it yourself. I remember that.
We had the State Department and USCIS have numbers that you can call, legitimate numbers, numbers that don't scam you, that you can call and ask questions. And so we did a lot of that. We did a lot of forums. I was earning my master's degree at the time, so Juliana did a lot of work.
I read a lot. I went through like every single little bit of regulations and everything else, poring over all the minutiae of everything legalese related to what to write. What do I write here? What do I put there? What does the question in the petition mean? When they need them, what documents might they ask? And a lot of things. I mean, it's very anxiety-wrecking for reasons. for, first of all, because it can be complicated to figure all this out, and because when you do, you'll find out that the answer to a lot of these questions is, well, it depends. And and if you try to find out more, well, why it depends? The reason is, well, that's classified information. Sorry, and so you kind of have to, basically, if your case is solid, the petition is usually going to go well. I think if you read out the statistics, most of the people who fail the stage of the relationship basically get burned out by having to go through all the paperwork and whatnot. So I decide, you know what, this relationship isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. So let's just break up and call it a day. And the people who actually go through with the petition and reach the interview stage usually get approved, because it takes a lot of determination and a lot of love to want to do that to get that compromise, to put yourself out there like that for someone else. So if the relationship isn't legit, no one puts themselves through that kind of thing.
Definitely.
So,
Well said.
100%.
I mean, the thing is, you guys had the best case scenario. You had visited back and forth. I constantly, I think I was a broken record for a while. I constantly told you, save everything. You're going to need it later. Save everything. And so you guys really, I mean, Amy was telling me that she had family living in the States, and, the culture is different, but not, I mean, there's no language barrier or anything. We had to contend with a lot of things that, I mean, first off, when just as a little bit of a backstory, we met in late December 2013. And I'm a graduate student, so I have no money to my name to this day, and so my family had to help us out. And we thought at first, this was a few years later. We thought in 2015, okay, let's just get her a visa to come here. She can stay for a few months, and because of her family's financial situation,
a few months, because at the time I was in college, and that I had a 1 month break from college where I wasn't going to do anything, and so it was kind of like less expensive and seemed more convenient because of the lack of language barrier on my part. So I thought, hey, let's try it.
Yeah.
But basically, the requirements for a visitor's visa says that you have to have ties to your country, which means things that are going to force you to go back. So that would mean, children, a spouse,
Right.
a stable job, and all I really had is college, and so that I didn't get it, and so we decided, okay, let's try again, and you come over here and see what happens.
And my family was really understandably reluctant to do that because my wife's from Argentina. The financial situation is not stable in the slightest. There was a language barrier. We didn't really know much about the culture. I just knew, okay, she lives near Buenos Aires. I need to get to Buenos Aires. It was very similar to you guys in that situation.
Definitely.
It was just, you knew that was the person you wanted to, see, and so you were going to do your damnedest to get there.
Well,
and so,
100%. Well, if you could sum up your and this isn't necessarily for immigration, but just in general for those that are far away from the one they love with no seeming light at the end of the tunnel, is there one way, either a piece of advice that we missed or something you want to emphasize of the best way to deal with it and get to the end of this?
Well, I mean, I honestly think just being open and honest with each other, and I mean, in a way, when you're first meeting and you're meeting remotely, it really, because when you have a first impression of someone and you're meeting them face to face, people can judge you. And we didn't have that, in part because it was just texting. So we could share our innermost thoughts, our, things that we might not feel comfortable sharing face to face. And it felt great. There wasn't any concern about, feeling judged or anything like that, because you're literally just typing and pressing that send button. And so in that way, I think it's almost easier to start, to really get to know someone, is because you're going to feel a lot more comfortable, being intimate, if you're like us and you're introverted.
Totally.
There's a reason that people, I mean, 1 in 3 people nowadays meet on the internet. So,
Yeah, it's crazy.
And often overseas.
It also depends on how much your attraction for someone is tied to an emotional bond. If you're the kind of person who emotionally bonds first and feels attraction later, then you're probably going to be more inclined to this kind of thing. If you're the opposite, you might feel an initial attraction first that might fade later on, and that's not ideal for this kind of relationship, because even in the best case scenario, you're gonna have to tough it out for a while. And so, I mean, and for as far as the light of the tunnel goes, I mean, if it's worth it, you'll know it. I can't really explain it, but if you get to the point where you're burned out, then that's how you know it wasn't for you.
Exactly.
But if you can find the strength, if you know it's worth it, you'll find the strength to keep going. And also, be honest with each other is so important. Be honest with yourself too. Don't present yourself as something you aren't. Don't put yourself on unrealistic expectations. Like, for example, say that you're flat broke and you say, okay, we're gonna meet each other in a month. That's not gonna happen. If you want to meet someone, going with, and you don't have, it can be physically or financially or whatever else possible at the moment, to say, okay, let's take it slow. Let's just exist, know each other, and in the meantime, we can save our money. Then we can go, and then we can meet. No pressure, no high expectations. That's how kind of we did it at first. I mean, we were really intent on seeing each other, but there was a current of, well, what if it doesn't work? Well, no hard feelings. I'm really glad that it ended up. I mean, we had a very strong hunch that it would. But I'm really glad that it did. But I mean, sometimes those kind of things are unpredictable. So I would say, don't put strong and realistic expectations on yourself. Just keep carrying on one step at a time, one day at a time. One day, then the next, and eventually things happen.
And try to think of it rationally. I mean, we did sort of think about, because it was hard for us to see one another because of my situation as a graduate student. And so it was sort of like, okay, realistically, you're either going to have to get married in 90 days or you're just going to have to break it off. And we just thought, okay, let's take the plunge. What's the worst that can happen? We're young divorcees. People divorce.
Exactly.
So,
Well, and it's like we were talking about weighing those. You got to weigh it and figure out what it is. But it's a good point. Looking at the worst and taking the risk on something that might give you the best happiness you've ever had in your life. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you really do sort of have to think about it rationally as best you can and assess, whatever the situation may be, assess the best and worst possible case scenarios.
And it's not like, face-to-face relationships are really any less risky in that sense. Anything that can go wrong with a long-distance relationship can also go wrong in a face-to-face relationship. You might end up sinking the same amount of money, the same amount of time, the same emotions, the same effort, the same everything.
Yeah.
And so every relationship is a risk that you decide, because, I mean, it sounds really cliche, but it's better to have loved than lost than not having loved at all. And
that's it. That you just hit it on the head. Yeah. Guys, we're running a little over. I want to call a couple people before we get too close to 5:30. But thank you so much for your contribution to this. Thank you all. If there's anything you want to say of where people can find you or anything you want to plug, just to say, just as a thing.
No, I'm good on that because I know you guys are short on time, but whatever, it's like Pasta was saying in the 24-hour live stream, whatever, if you guys have a script that you want me to review, anything, mopping floors, I would be willing to do anything I possibly can to help you.
No, you've been great, brother, and it's it's been a kind of a slow going leading up to that because the focus has been so much on preparing for it. But yes, I promise you we'll be in touch more as things move closer.
I can definitely send more Pocky chips if you guys want. I'm so sorry again. I was hoping to torture your fiance and Art, not you.
Oh, lovely. Well, Art's girlfriend certainly had no problem with it, so that was hilarious.
Those pepper flakes.
Exactly. Well, that might be on the next one, but guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for following us and supporting us for so long.
This was fun.
Thank you for sharing, and we'll be in touch soon, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
All right, bye, guys. So
Aw.
sweet. It's always good to get another.
Really nice.
Okay, I'm gonna call a couple before we close out. We're a little long today, but that's okay. It's all in good fun. A couple people that submitted their numbers. I'm gonna call this one right here. Okay.
Hello?
Emma.
Oh my god, hi.
Hi. How are you? It's Ashton and Amy. How are you?
Hi, Emma.
Hi.
Thank you for watching us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're the freaking best. We just wanted to call you and say we love you, we appreciate you, and every time you watch and you comment, everything you do means the world to us, and we are here because of people like you. So thank you so much. Is there anything you want to say to the squad, everybody watching you right now?
I wasn't expecting to be the first phone call.
Well, you are, and we love you very much, and you mean a lot to us. So, Emma, thank you so much for everything.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will be talking to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Emma.
Hi, Emma. Aw, she's so cute.
Sweet. It's amazing.
She had the giggles, yeah.
She did.
Cute.
Okay, let's do a couple more. Oh! Oh my gosh. Hi, buddy.
Hi, monkey.
Come here. We're live streaming.
Live?
You can come hi. You can say hi. Look who I have.
Little boy.
It's so cute. Want to say hi?
Hi
Hi,
guys.
that's Anna. She went out to get the monkey boy. We're almost done. We're just calling some people.
I know, me too. I miss you, Archie.
Yes,
Yeah.
we all miss Archie. He'll be back very soon. Thank you for bringing in our buddy. Oh, so cute. I love a puppy. Oh, I know. Okay. Couple more. Who else do we have here? Okay, let's do this. Go this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Your call has been forwarded.
That's okay. We can try her back. Okay, let's try this one. He is a cute puppy.
Oh, he's so cute.
Hello.
Sarah?
Hi.
Hey, it's Ashton and Amy. How are you?
Oh my god, hello. I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for sending in your number and for watching us all the time and commenting and being the part of the best family in the world.
Oh my god. This is crazy. I never thought you guys would call.
We love you very much, and thank you for everything you do and for your comments and just for being so awesome and putting us here in this position. So we just want to call and say thank you, how much we appreciate you, and just say hello. Is there anything else you want to say to everyone watching?
You guys are couple goals.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm very, 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 very lucky. But yes, thank you so much for the support and for everything. Yeah, Sarah, you're awesome. Thank you for following us and supporting us, and we can't wait to show you what we have coming up for everybody.
I know, I'm super excited. I watch you guys like every day.
Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. What's your username? Just out of curiosity, I know we have a couple Sarahs.
Oh, Sarah Dawson.
Sarah Dawson.
I
Okay,
just go
well,
by my regular name.
gotcha. Sarah Dotson, you're awesome. Thank you so much for everything, and we will talk to you very soon.
All right, thank you guys for calling.
See you later.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh. Emma said she's still shaking.
Shake and bake. Oh, okay,
It's so cute.
let's do this one. Sorry.
That's okay.
This one.
Okay.
This is Paul, or Cryonic. Clever biatch. You're so funny. Super chat. Kiss. Nobody wants to see that.
Hello?
Paul?
Yeah, hey.
What's up? It's Ashton and Amy.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? It's Cryonic Nameless from the streams.
Yeah, I got a Priscilla Pope right here, too.
What's up, brother?
Not much. I got Priscilla Pope from the stream here with me, too.
Sitting with you?
Yes.
Oh, damn. I'm looking at her chat right now. That's awesome. What's up, guys?
Hey, how much?
Thank you. You guys are so active and awesome, and we're just so appreciative of everything. I see. Thank you guys for being so amazing and supporting us so much and just being our family. It means the world to us.
You mean more to us than you ever know. You know, all of our anxiety and depression. And the goofiness of the channel, even with Art not being here, I wish he kind of was, and he'd be here in this right now, but his activity of the shenanigans and everything keeps me laughing, which just keeps my blood sugars as a type 1 insulin-dependent diabetic.
Oh. He gives us life too, so.
The laughter and silliness, it just helps to bring that level down for wherever it is.
100%. Well, I'm very fortunate to have him in my life. He does the same thing to me. So, you guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting us. You guys are family. Whatever struggles and things you're going through, I'm so happy we can bring a smile. But just remember you're loved, and just keep pushing forward because we can get through anything. So, thank you guys again from the bottom of our hearts, and we'll talk to you guys really soon.
Thank you guys as well.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Finbar McDonough commented. Papa Finn.
Hi, my Amy and Ashton. Well done. Can't wait to see you real soon. Love you lots, Papa.
He already calls himself Papa Finn. I love it.
Hi,
Clever
Dad.
Pete. Perfect timing. Just super chat. A kiss while Dad is watching.
Okay, Dad, look away.
Dad, look away. This will be
Someone
PG.
was it Michelle? Daddy McDonough. That's so funny.
We'll do a PG one for
Okay,
Clever
Dad,
Biatch.
look away for,
Look away,
like-
Dad. For Clever Biatch. Thank you, Clever Biatch.
It's so funny.
That's hilarious. Okay,
Super chat.
I want to do one more. One more. Hang on, I gotta pull up the thing here real quick. Okay, call this one. Kids are having fun outside.
Yeah, they
Oh my
are.
goodness.
In the pool. Love you too, Michelle.
Yeah, this is.
Papa Finn, we love you here.
We all love Papa Finn.
Dad, you have fans now. Isn't that crazy?
Rebecca.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, I'm excited.
This is Rebecca.
I
Can
wanna
you
say-
pronounce your username? I always feel like I say it wrong. Can you say it for me?
It's Becca, and it's RBK for Rebecca.
Becca, and then that makes sense. I'm always saying Beck or Beck, and I wasn't sure. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Yes, because you've been around for a long time, and I always feel like I say it wrong, and I feel bad. So, Rebecca, I think you mentioned here you wanted to tell us something.
Yes, actually, I have been around since you just start, because when I just moved to the United States, I didn't know how scams work. So my husband received a call saying that he was about to go in jail and all that crap. So we were in the car, and they said you have to go alone to Walmart and stuff like that. And a few months before, I saw you viral a video, and while I was in the car, I started listening to the same thing, and I just remember you. So I
Oh,
started telling my husband, it's a scam, don't fall for it, it's a scam. And he was like, I'm going to jail, you don't understand, you're not from here, because I'm from Mexico. Then I was like, no, it's a scam. So he went to Walmart, and he left me in the car because they were following him.
Oh,
So he
no.
was really scared. So I was like, no, he's going to give the $200 that we have for the whole month. So I run to Walmart, and I start telling people, it's a scam, right? It's a scam. Tell him. And he was like, I'm going to jail. And I said,
video. Look this video.
Oh my
So
God.
I found the only video that you have, the viral one, and I found it, and he watched it, and he was like a calm after a little bit. So after that, I started looking for a YouTube channel till I found it, and you have like a 9,000 by the time that you found it. And I started following so hard. And I'm
So
happy
so no one got scammed, right? No one got scammed.
No.
Good.
No.
That's great.
I stopped it before he buy the
Wow.
card.
And that was a while ago. I remember you've been around. You've been commenting for a long time. So, Rebecca, thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear that we were able to help that way. That's just an awesome bonus to all of this when we can help save somebody that didn't know. We love you so much, and your support and your comments and you following means so much to us, and it's the only reason why we're still growing. So thank you for everything, and know that we love you. Just thank you for being our family, and we can't wait to show you our next chapter because so much is coming up.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Thank-
I love you guys, and I want to tell something to Amy. You have the most beautiful eyes. Oh my God. You're
Beautiful eyes. Oh, doesn't she though? I know. It's
Oh,
just beautiful. Absolutely
thank
beautiful.
you.
Rebecca, thank you.
Love you guys.
We love you. Thank you so much.
And I wish you the best in your wedding and everything.
Thank you, Rebecca. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Well, she's right. You have beautiful eyes.
No.
Papa Finn said he'd
I'm
kiss
just saying,
Helena.
I love how Dad is commenting because he never does anything
You
like
can scroll
this.
with two fingers, honey.
Oh, yeah.
It's easier
Sorry.
if you just do
Oh,
like
yeah.
this.
Oh,
Just take
okay.
two and do that. Just trying to grab the cursor. Where was it?
It's okay,
Oh,
I'll kiss
that's
Helena.
kiss Helena. That's
Aw,
so
Helena's my mom.
freaking funny.
See, they're actually asking him questions.
Amy's Papa. That's right.
Did you have a moment that you knew Ash was perfect for your daughter?
Oh no, God. Pressure. On
Does
that
Papa
note,
Finn have a YouTube channel? He should have a YouTube
you
channel.
should now.
He's an extremely talented drummer.
So
and
good.
he should have a YouTube
He's
channel.
So good. Yeah. It's
Hashtag Papa Finn YouTube channel.
Yes.
Let's get him to start one.
Put up your first video and we'll get you.
He'd be
get this
great at
clip.
doing drum tutorials.
Yeah.
and
Oh my,
stuff.
totally. And that accent. Oh my God. They would love it. That's amazing. Gosh, we're almost 2.5 hours in. Guys, thank you for joining us for this stream.
Wow. I kind of don't want it to be over.
I kind of don't either, but we'll do more of these. And look, if you all want something special from Amy and I on Friday, unfortunately, Artissimo won't be back till the next day, so game night is kind of up in the air right now as far as what we're going to do. So we will keep you guys posted. Please go to the Trilogy Media Squad Facebook page to put in suggestions or just hang out with us all. Mehetab already subscribed to Papa Finn. Yes, Papa Finn's getting subscribers.
Ooh.
And hey, if things go well, we have more time or whatever. If you guys want an after dark, maybe I can convince the other Irish lass. Can't wait to meet Papa. No way! Oh my God, both dads are in here.
What? Hi, dads.
Hi, dads.
Robert Bingham. Can't wait
Oh
to
my
meet
God,
Papa
that's my
McDonough.
Papa Bingham. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
I can't wait for you two to meet.
Oh my God.
It hasn't happened yet. It's happening very soon.
Yeah.
You guys, thanks for being here, dads. We were just wrapping this up, but thank you for being so funny.
Hi, dads.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is actually kind of cool because apart from like us telling the story to family and friends, this is the first time that we've actually properly told the whole thing to anyone that wants to listen, and I hope someone was able to take something from it. If you're in a long distance relationship, or you have been, or you're planning on being in one, know that it can work. It's just up to you. It's up to you and the other person to make that work, and it's possible. Thank you so much, Wolfmaster, for the last minute super chat. We all we have to share is our story, but it's possible. We made it work. We had amazing people around us, and we communicated a lot, and we had faith, and we moved forward through the tough times, and didn't let it get us down too much. And here we are, living the best life ever. And I have only her and you all and family to thank. So, guys, we love you so much. Look forward to whatever's going to happen on Friday. I don't know yet. We'll probably do an After Dark in between now and then. And Saturday, West Coast meetup. Dave & Buster's, Culver City, 7 to 10 p.m. Ask the front desk where the Trilogy Media meetup is, and they'll direct you to the room. We love you guys so much. Thank you for putting us in this position. Thank you for making this a successful, fun live stream, despite this being my first one without art. I was a little nervous going into it that maybe it wouldn't be the same, but and it'll never be the same without art. But you know what? This was so much fun. Thank you for being here and making this so much
Thank
fun.
you for having me. Look at that's coming.
Which one?
Dad's there.
Oh, yeah, yes, lots of moments. We love Ashton. No, that's so sweet.
Told you.
Yeah. Well, I love your family just as much. So, thank you guys for being here. Once again, we love you from the bottom of our hearts. We're so appreciative. We're only here doing this because of you. Thank you for the generous super chats. Thank you for everyone that contributed. All of it. It's just amazing. So, keep an eye on the rest of the week.
I'd love to do a part 2.
I would do this again. Well, hey,
If that's what they wanted.
we can do a follow up on this for an After Dark, and then we can
Yeah.
either tonight, tomorrow night, or Thursday night.
That's true.
So we have 3 nights we could do that. Plus we have a game night. So we're gonna fill the week with stuff. So whatever you guys want to know, whatever you want to hear, whatever you want us to do, we'll make full advantage of this time. Even though Art's not here, and he'll be back on Saturday with a bang. And we're very excited. So thank you all for being here despite us not having him. It was still a freaking blast, and I'm so happy. Send him lots of love. He may or may not see it if you get it on social media. He might not see it right away. He's got limited connection, but he will read it eventually, and he loves it very, very much and appreciates it. So look out for a new video this week. Fan meetup on Saturday night. Friday night, something will happen. I don't know, but some stream. We'll figure it out. And we love you very, very, very much. CK at Robert Bingham at Finbar McDonough. Y'all have channels now. We have collab.
Oh my God,
love it.
so funny.
CK, thank you for all your comments for doing that. Thank you everybody.
Guys.
More fan calling to come very soon too. So don't be discouraged. It's coming. We love you. Thanks again as always for watching, and of course as always, welcome to Trilogy Media. We miss you, Art. We love you, and we love you, Squad. And we will see you next time. And until then, be safe. We love you. And we'll see you in the next video or live stream.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. We'll see you later. I'll do the Russian kiss.
Yeah.
I probably can't impregnate people like he can. But to each his own. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you next time.